sure I had my caffeine.
Caffeine is a must. Hello and welcome, everybody out there in YouTube and D&D land. I hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Before we jump into the action, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All of those things help us out tremendously. If you're interested in supporting our community a little bit further, consider becoming a member here of our YouTube channel. Memberships start at just $2 a month, and you gain access to some really cool emotes. Lastly, if you're interested in playing in any of our games, we have one open slot available in our Epic Level 20 campaign for Friday evenings, as well as 2 to 3 slots available in the Tuesday early game. We're off stream right now just because it's hard to make sure we have 4 players, but with the 3 that are there consistently, we are enjoying a fun low-level campaign for the Tuesday game. So if you're interested in either of them, be sure to reach out and just let me know. And without further ado, Monkey, what happened last session?
Yeah, so last session, very nicely, was a lot of combat. I think we started off in combat. By the way, we're inside like a prison, and somebody had to go in there to talk to someone or release him or something. I don't know. He doesn't really tell us much. So we were in this prison. We did notice that some of the guards, that almost all the guards, I believe, have a little tattoo, like a snake, I believe it was, on their wrists. And if we knocked them out, the tattoo disappeared, and they were no longer under the control of I don't know, some weird dude that was in the prison. So we try to break out. We end up getting out of that area. We go up top so that the rest of the party, like Cornwallis and Bartikov and some other people, get the rest of their gear that was held up top. And then some more combat ensued. Somebody had some person he's trying to get out. I don't know what he's doing. It's some little bug in a jar or something like that. Really wish he would talk to us more, but you know, it's life is just who he is. And we ended combat right at the end, and that's pretty much where we're at, I think.
All right.
We did get it. We did get people's gear back, right? We got everyone's gear back, right?
Yes. Nobody's belongings were missing.
No one's was playing, and
Yeah,
they were all
we
set
got
up
our
on a
gear
table.
back. We got shot by some ballistas.
Some
an
ballistas
all-round
were.
horrible time.
Yeah, it was fun, and it kind of went outside a little bit. I think at the end Reese came in. He didn't know really what was going on either, somebody, and so Reese somehow got to the top. I think he flew. I don't know what he does. I just know that he's a little. You got to watch his words and know when he deals with him. But anyway, he went up top and then came down, and he's joined us. So we're all kind of together now.
So, as Reese floats down and looks at the carnage of everything, and everybody else is stabbing the remaining guards, or making sure they're unconscious, because you guys did save quite a few of them with non-lethal blows. I think upside you only killed 1, maybe 2? Yeah,
I
only
didn't see it
2.
happen. Yeah, I didn't see it happen.
So, you all gather together, and this is where we begin.
I'm gonna float forward. Go. Did I miss something?
It was a lot of fun. You missed a lot.
Yeah. Mama Vusi messaged me saying you guys needed a little bit of a support here, but it looks like, and I'm looking at Samdi, you had all the support you need.
Well, you see the guards in here, they were under mind control or something. They had little tattoos on them. They're all being used, and that's why we didn't kill them. And you know, because they were innocent in this, and, you know, you don't want to take them out. I think there was a couple mistakes that some people made.
As he said that, I look at the 2 people that were, one guy has his head blasted in by necrotic damage, the other guy is a pile of dust. Yeah. But,
and by the way, that big giant eyeball-y thing with the little tiny lizard bottom, if you look real close, that's somebody.
Oh, that's somebody. I thought that was like a summon that he did or something. I saw it blasting guards, not blasting you, and just assumed. But
Yeah, I thought it was important that you should know, so you don't get too worried about it and take it out.
yeah, well, I mean, I assumed it was summon. Zombie. You really are experiment 7 of some laboratory somewhere.
You may be muted, Somdi. Or he's AFK. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, and I said that in undercommon to him that way because he's said stuff in undercommon several times already.
Yes. All right. Well, he's AFK, so let's keep moving on.
So
he's knocked out. He's knocked out. He's knocked out.
I tell Glenn the pile of ash over there was once a dude as well.
Well, rest in peace.
Oh, this one's not. Yeah, this one's dead.
Yeah, I know one was killed with intervention and one was killed with the eye ray, the big one. But is this due to is somebody here for his little prisoner that I shall extrapolate his soul for him?
Last I checked, he was in a jar, I think.
No, we let him out of the jar and then beat him to a pulp.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, you stunned him, and then you guys just kicked his ass until he went down.
Yeah. Well, there's 2 prisoners. The other one's a young kid that Mama Vusi wanted freed. That person is the what was he, a goblin?
Yes.
Wasn't he?
Yeah.
Is the goblin
Nasir
still
was
here?
his name. Nasir. Yeah, you
Or
left
did he
him in
leave?
charge of watching the unconscious.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right.
that's right. That's right.
Yeah, interesting.
So they're
Well,
down below.
Well, if this is the unfortunate soul that I will be stripping out of his body and saying to hell with Hillian, when Samdi becomes able to talk, just let me know if this is him for confirmation. And the ritual takes 10 minutes, so.
I'm back, by the way.
Oh, welcome back. Did you hear that part?
Something about sending a soul to hell. So yeah, I think I got the gist.
Can you confirm this person is who Reese needs to perform the ritual on?
I will say in Undercommon,
After
Reese
I
is
called
the
you.
guy.
Oh. By the way, you really are Experiment 7 with this new form. Yeah, I could do the ritual here. I could do it somewhere else. It takes 10 minutes.
Not really sure we should do it in the prison where we just beat up most of the guards and killed a few others.
Well, luckily, and I walk over to the corpse that is a withered husk from the intervention ray. He should still have blood, right?
That's necrotic damage?
Yes.
Then no.
I go.
The first thing
Well,
that
blood
destroys is
dust.
the liquid.
He's got blood dust now.
Blood does.
Oh, it's so powdery.
Go. It's a shame that one was disintegrated and one was blasted mid-intervention. But I don't think they'll mind a pentagram carved on their floor. So
The tentacles mime a shrug.
yes. But let me know when you want me to perform the ritual, Samdi, and I will do it.
Well, should we do it somewhere else? And we should also probably alert the authorities about what happened here. And
If you
this
need
is
to.
yeah, casinos kind of are still to take care of. It's not right to. Well, I don't know.
Can you do ascending to La Cruzia if you want? Since La Cruzia is the. Give me a second. I have them somewhere in the many.
She,
NPCs.
Lakudra.
Lakudra, yeah, and I'm looking for Bart. Yeah, it's a good idea, and you might want to let her know that Bart got a little wounded in the battle.
Yes.
I
Lakudra
will
is
do
the
the
leader
just
of the
fine.
Katiri Mill.
Yeah, I was just looking for the one that I wrote and put in PCs. I have her in the deal section of my sheet though, so I'll do that one.
Here you guys go.
Sweet.
No, she's Katiri Mill. Yep.
Yeah,
Lakudra.
there it is. The Cruzia, leader of the.
Katiri
I
Mill.
just put the Kiryu Mill. Right. Yes, I've had some run-ins with her last time I was on vacation, so I can send her a sending. And you said that Bart knows her.
Yeah,
ZODIAC,
kind of like.
What'd you say,
Go
Bart?
ahead.
You were a little laggy there.
Yeah, sorry, I think my internet's just being shitty as usual. Butch says, that's right, she and I have a history. I was going to go and tell her in person about the situation with the guards as soon as we left, but if you have a way of getting a message to her, that's probably going to be better.
I don't know. In person might be good too.
You can do it in person if you'd like, but I think it'd still be the better bet to send a sending about the situation now.
Good plan.
So her people can talk to certain people to clean up this mess. So I will pull out a copper
these
wire and
guys
go. Oh, go ahead.
Okay, these guys are a little bit out cold for a couple of hours anyway, so
Who,
we got
Joey? Who
time.
runs the prison? Sorry, Christian, didn't mean to speak over you. Who runs the? Which organization runs the prison? Do we know?
So the Kateri Mill handles all of the fighting pits and military. This would be more on par with general protection. So the law enforcement is Harishel, Captain Seshtos.
I don't know that. I just have Giltash and Lakudra.
Gitash is the leader of Kazi-Un, who is the leader of all of casino and gambling.
Mm-hmm.
And then Lakudra is the leader of the Kateri Mill, which is fighting pits and military.
Okay.
Harishel is kind of outside of the tribes in casino.
Oh, that's right.
Since they are just general law enforcement. They stay out of the direct inner working politics.
Okay. So yeah, I don't have the actual person in charge of this prison's sending number, I guess. So the closest thing would be Lakudra, because they also work in some sort of military. That I'm assuming they have a way of connecting and talking to each other.
Probably pigeons or
Pigeons, mages.
Let's see if you
Sorry,
guys
sorry.
remember or not in the old group.
Yep. There are no pigeons, there are no seagulls, there are
No
no small
seagulls.
flying birds in casino because they got murdered.
Or cats.
Yeah.
Oh, not the cats.
They all
No, he murdered the cats too.
No. I said there's not the cats.
Oh.
Yeah.
all convenient druid forms for sneaking around and eavesdropping were murdered.
Because our druid was listening in on a conversation as a pigeon or a seagull that was like being fed. And then the druid, who was one of the people he was listening in on, tried to cast animal messenger on him.
That was
That's
fun.
just funny.
Which I think we
that would-
established works.
Yeah, you're an animal.
So he was our druid was compelled to go deliver this message. Not
That's just
before
funny.
like stealing the dude's food. And just generally being a dickhole.
Jumped out the window, flipping him off. And then
That's
turned
just
into a seagull. So, solution, all the seagulls have to die.
All the birds have to go.
The birds have to go. That's so bad. How do they deal with the migration season when more come in? They just murder them there?
Birds have to die.
I mean, the guy who ordered the death is now gone, so it's not so much of an issue.
That's funny. Okay.
But anyway.
He has been dethroned, as is our MO.
Ilian will not be a bird if he has to transform. He will stay a rat then.
I will keep Hooligan away.
He will swim.
Yeah.
We're on an island.
Yeah, so I just need confirmation if I'm sending the sending or not.
I mean, who, like, is there like a warden in charge of this? of this prison? Like, should we make sure like everything is secure before we go ahead and give the go?
Looking around, I know there was a captain. You had described there was a dude that was a little bit more different looking. Please don't
There
tell me
is
it's
a
this
captain,
dude.
and as you guys were told last session, Arham, the guy who met you at the door, is supposed to be the vice captain of this establishment. And what you found out downstairs, thanks to the bad guy's monologue, was that captain's been missing for a while. Or sorry, Nasir said the captain's been missing for a while, and Arham has been doing most of the things. Now, yeah.
I agree with you, Brother Jack. We need to secure the area. We need to get medical attention to those that have been hurt, and someone has to take charge here.
Did we find a Ham amongst all of these guards that we dealt with?
Checking name tags.
Roll me a history check. Or roll me an investigation. Let's look at all the bodies.
Yeah, check the underwear, see if it's got a name stitched in it.
12.
Yeah, there's no Arham up here. You
Hold
kind
on,
of remember what the guy looks like.
Did he say that he was downstairs right now?
Nope. Different guy.
Oh.
Out of character. Last I saw him, he ran in this direction.
Oh, somebody was paying attention. Well, then there you go. You were paying attention.
I will guesstimate the conversation and say Arham went over there in Undercommon.
Interesting.
Hey, Bart, Brother Jack, you guys want to rest for a bit while I tend to these people and do what we need to do? In other words, you guys want a short rest, and I will continue to help out and do stuff up here before we go back down.
Yeah.
We should
could
probably
It's fine
check.
by me.
It
I'm
wouldn't hurt
full
to
hit
check up on
points, so-
that. It wouldn't
not
hurt
full.
to check up on that Haram guy though before we short rest, just in case he's still got, you know.
Yeah, I was just looking at people's health bars as above the table. I was looking at people's health bars and just.
You know, I'm feeling a little bit tired, but I mean, I can keep going.
Do you need a little pick me up there, Glenn?
He's good.
I think I'll be all right. I mean, if we can take a short break, that's great. But if we need to continue, let's keep going.
A little burst of divine magic comes out on my fingertip. I was like, just say the word. A little bit of healing is always needed.
I got all the divine love I need right here and right there. And he like points to Monkey.
Joey,
Yes.
can I start rising into the air to get like a bird's eye view of the entire place?
You can, yeah.
The minute I'm in the cone, my wings disappear.
I've had my main eye like closed this entire time because I keep looking at people who will be very upset if I remove magic.
Yeah. In a D&D party, it's more detrimental to have that cone than it is beneficial.
Yeah.
Because you have melees.
Just let me know if the 10 minutes goes away, Joey. I lose the wings.
Sure. All right, so you rise into the air. Roll a perception check. Remember, you are the beholder. Or
I'm well
beholding.
aware, and I have a plus 12 to this.
Ooh.
Nice.
Come over here.
I am behold Samdi.
Behold. Somebody.
Yeah, no, I'll just roll a normal one. That was unfortunate. I didn't pick advantage.
18. Looking around, you don't see anybody? Nobody alive, at least. You think you're gonna have to track after the individual if you want to put in that much effort to finding them.
I will shout back down in Undercommon, begin tracking.
What did it say?
I yell out, begin tracking.
Alright. I'll start searching.
Wanna-
Actually, Cornwallis is right there. I don't yell out. I talk in his mind.
Nice.
Good distinction. Anyways,
Start tracking.
So what's going on?
We need to go find the guy.
So, roll a survival check to try to track after them.
I will guidance who's ever looking at dirt.
I would assume Cornwallis would be. That's just an assumption.
Yeah, it's a good assumption.
Oh, I could assist.
Okay. So assist and advantage. Or assist and
Guidance.
guidance.
Well, thank God you got assisted.
Yep.
Yeah.
Noise.
So 29.
40 short.
29. You start tracking after him, heading up these stairs and down the hall. You see that this door has a bloodied handprint on it, which tells you that clearly he had run in there. Now, as soon as you get inside of this small barracks, there's a handful of beds, and the table's kind of knocked over on one of the sides, and that's strange to you. So you look up at the ceiling, but the ceiling appears to be perfectly smooth. When you reach your weapon up there, though, you see that your weapon goes through the ceiling, meaning it's just an illusion. With a little bit of hoisting and effort, you jump up to the higher tier, and you follow a staircase up to the second floor, where you see another bloodied handprint on the windowsill. And when you look down, there's some broken branches from the trees that are close to the exterior walls. You know the rough direction that he was headed, but he has, at this point, at least a 5-minute head start on all of you.
Dog.
Exactly.
Yes, dog. All right, I'll go down and tell the rest of the group. I'll make a note of what direction he was going. Maybe somebody, I don't know Casino all that well, so maybe somebody else knows what lies in the direction he was heading.
Is there like maybe like a door that he can leave? Because if not, he's kind of just stuck in there, right?
Well, no, he's in the forest.
He went into, he left the compound completely.
Yeah.
So
He's
he's
still
either on the
like
island
him.
somewhere. What?
Continue. No, guys, let's try to be a little bit more patient and let people finish their thoughts. We already had 4 interruptions so far.
Sorry.
Go ahead, Tim, finish.
He could still be on the island, or he could be trying to make a. Is that the direction the boat was in? I don't think so.
That is
Maybe
the
there's a
direction
private-
of the docks, yes.
Oh, it is. So he's heading to the docks.
Well, if I can get my eye on him, we can track him for quite a bit of time, as long as no one's messing with my divine senses.
Is this guy important?
Some people shut back down loose ends.
'Cause if he's already exposed when we let the authorities know, they can handle him.
You're right. He's probably more important to the city authorities than he is to us. I don't think this guy's really a threat to us. I was just going to deal with him while he was here, but if he's gone, I don't know that it's worth searching after him.
Can I just begin floating over to the docks?
Sure. Moving, 20 feet per round?
40 if I'm dashing.
Oh, dashing float. You're pushing.
I guess you make a
I
point.
move some-
always dashing.
Thank you.
Reminds me
I
of
just-
the-
the tentacles go into a propeller, just...
Helicopter eyes.
Yep, exactly.
Oh, you're getting
Which
dizzy as
fits-
fuck.
Yeah, which fits because the bad
Just
guy
close
getting away
them.
reminds me of the bad guy getting away at the end of a cartoon, like like the end of the villain always escapes.
God damn it.
All right. So, give me a survival check, Beholdy, to see how quickly you can navigate over towards the docks the way that you came. Keep in mind, you're not wandering the same path. 17. You make some pretty good progress. It takes you probably another 10 minutes to get there. When you get to the docks, you see that the guard that was appointed to staying at the docks is currently dead, lying there on the ground, bleeding out. And the boat that was here is gone.
This was the boat we got a fisherman to.
No, you guys didn't pay him to wait for you. You paid him to just get here.
Oh, okay. So the boat that's usually stationed here is gone.
Correct.
And the boat that's usually stationed here, is that a rowboat, an actual vessel?
It's strange. It's this wooden and partially metal boat that has some type of mechanism on the back that made it move without needing paddles.
It's got a fucking speedboat.
Steam engine.
A casino has the deepest pockets in all the land.
So Beholdy will start floating back towards the rest of the party. You just see a beholder slowly lowering itself to the ground again. And I'll say in undercommon, he's gone.
Well, I guess that's that then. Do we
This
call
could
it
be
in?
problematic, no?
I think at this point, then if he's gone, then we alert somebody that he's gone, and I feel like that's the best we can do.
Interesting.
And don't we have a time limit too? Or no, we don't. We're good. Never mind.
This is the only game with no time limits. You guys are moving at your pace as far as you know.
I would like the guidance myself.
Sure.
We'll keep this open for the eyes to know. I don't know why it rolled with advantage. Ignore that.
It's alright.
Have to untoggle that.
I just look at the first roll. It's fine.
I'm going to lucky that very quick. Why not? There we go.
All right, D4.
There you go.
23. So, you go over to that main building where they had all of the barrels and crates where people had their weapons stored. And investigating through, you do find the contraband that they have here.
Yes.
Alcohol. Fresh water. Some more meaty foods being brought in. Flint and matchbox.
But no drugs.
Nope.
They're all legal.
This is the shittiest contraband area in the world.
This is a maximum security prison. The first level is not that bad, but everybody down below is listed as incredibly dangerous people of interest.
Interesting.
Speaking of the first level, I want to reopen our way back inside to get the child back out.
Nazir will holler up to you. Are you guys done up there? I'm not impatient, I'm just wondering.
I'll smack Glenn with a with the eyeball to get him to respond.
You want me to do the talking?
He can't, he only knows Undercommon.
Undercommon and deep speech, and I doubt the goblin knows it. I
well,
say to him in Undercommon.
No, he doesn't know it.
Yeah, people are unconscious. You can come up and bring the guy.
Yep. Dunk. Thud.
Probably help him
Dunk.
carry the...
Dunk.
Oh god, the brain damage.
He comes dragging the guy up by his boots over his shoulder, and the head's just slamming on each of the stairs as he's bringing him up.
Good work.
I think he isn't dead from that.
That dude's heavy. Oh, keep in mind,
He'll
it's
be
a
aight.
tiny, like 3-foot goblin with shriveled up arms.
Hello, little goblin.
These guys are terrible. They don't even know how to criminal.
That
Yeah.
guy makes me feel like I need an adult.
Yeah.
I am an adult.
I see you're in prison. Would you be looking for freedom?
I will smack.
He
I will
starts
smack
backing
Reese with an
away.
I will smack Reese with an eyeball stalk.
Little bit of smoke comes out of the eye.
You said you're smacking him with the eye stalk?
Yeah, just it's literally just like throwing a wet noodle on your head. Just
Ugh. You said
And
that
I'll-
Mama Lucy wanted this person?
yes.
Oh, never
That's why
mind.
I
Doesn't
broke
matter.
him out.
I can't make a deal with him. She would know.
Exactly. Stay away. And I will shoo him away with the eyeballs.
Don't fuck with mama.
If you're ever looking for wealth, permanent freedom, let me know.
Honestly,
Make a
if you would have
normal deal.
approached me like this, maybe, but those eyes scream stranger danger.
The giant head nods.
Oh, jeez. All right, well, here's the body, and he spins it around, and there is a little bit of blood coming out from the back of the guy's head.
Mm. As soon as he clears the portal threshold, or not portal, the barrier threshold, I'll look back and I'll say it's probably best if I de-transform now.
I feel like doing the ritual now would probably be the smartest thing, just while we have him, in case something happens. But that's just my opinion.
Let's find a closet or something to do this, and I don't feel like having a pentagram on the floor.
Yeah.
The goblin is whistling and heading over to one of the prison guards' bodies and taking their crossbow and
Yeah. Just
I like
because
that guy.
I'm sensing that if I walk in there, I won't be able to use certain magics because it's security. So I'd rather it be open.
Yeah, if you go to the stairs.
Okay. So
And
avoid
it's-
that.
Yeah, teleportation and divination are the two that we can't use.
yeah, transmutation's perfectly fine, as
Yeah,
somebody
okay.
found out.
Well, when I go to kill Hillian, if he can't teleport, he'll be dead.
Oh no, that's different than teleporting. That's returning. The tethers
Okay.
supersede magics like this.
Okay. Yeah, just point out where you want me to do it, and I pull out the sacrificial knife that Nanu gave me for the ritual.
Okay.
Are you guys sacrificing him?
No. He'll
Yes.
be alive still. He'll just not be all that there anymore.
Samdi, are you out of your beholder form?
No,
Okay.
but I am nodding.
Well, why don't you come with me, buddy? We could have a talk about what got you in here and stuff.
Whoa, wait. I'm kind of curious now. You're breaking me out, but you're sacrificing him?
At this point, I will transform out of Beholder Sandy. Oop. I have lost all sight.
There you go.
I will say, well, yeah, he kind of deserves it.
But why are you saving me?
Because Mama wants you saved.
Are you doing this for Mama?
I'm not.
I am. She doesn't want you being here, so I help her out. You
Huh.
get to be free.
Huh. Okay. You know
Look,
what? I'm gonna stop questioning things. I feel like that's better for my safety.
I mean, if
That
you
That
is
is a
mind.
very good plan.
Yes, you have inadvertently found a very good life lesson in this moment.
Yep. Beware strangers with smoky eyes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And don't ask too many questions. Cool.
Exactly.
Not
That
bad
is
for only being
cute. 7.
And he flips the hand crossbow and it falls and then he picks it back up.
That
Oh yeah. By the
advice-
way, I'd recommend staying on the island. Don't try and make a swim yet. There's no boats.
And there's sharks in that water. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get you across. Don't worry about it.
All right, cool. Cool.
All right. Time to sacrifice somebody for the devil.
I'll be downstairs helping out people. So I'm gonna
Probably for the best.
head downstairs and tend to the wounded that are down there.
Hillian.
Is that possible now? Because isn't the barrier up now?
If you're no longer in that form, yes, the barrier's back up.
Oh, yeah.
Well, here's hoping one of these guys wakes up before the brain damage hits the ones downstairs.
If only there was a way for you guys to magically resuscitate people back from unconsciousness.
Fuck
These
that.
people aren't worth spell slots.
Are any of these people have like a different badge or marking that they're higher ranking than the rest? Like a lieutenant or a sergeant or...
I'm trying to remember your character's backstory. You would be knowledgeable, correct, about ranking systems in militaries?
All GIF are a military race.
Okay, good. Just wanted to be sure. Looking through them, and you did investigate the bodies previously, the guys manning the ballistas, both of them, they look to have a higher station within this facility.
I'll burn a level 1 cure light wounds and wake up one of them.
I would like to initiate PvP to counterspell that, to stop you from waking up anyone while we're trying to sacrifice a dude, if that's okay with you.
Why are we doing the sacrifice here in the frickin' prison then?
Because he's a loose end if we take him anywhere else.
Yeah, but it's not. It's just not combat-like. You know, it's just not. Combat's over, and it just.
All right, fine. I'm gonna drag all the guards into another room because I don't need to sit here and watch you sacrifice some guy for whatever.
Yeah, of course.
Sacrificing him.
Yeah,
I
I
just-
don't agree with it either.
I just don't need guards like stopping it, you know? I only have 1 coin.
All right, I'm gonna start moving all the guards up to the barracks.
Yeah, that's
I
why
don't
I was
wanna
trying
be-
to get out of there.
Yeah, because I don't want to be involved in this.
That's fair.
Okay. I appreciate it.
The most reasonable one thing I've seen so far.
Yeah. That's why I was just like, I don't want to like be the jerk here. That's why I was like, I would like to consent for that PvP.
So,
Not ever.
the two of you, Monkey and Cornwallis, start taking all of the bodies that are still living and bringing them back to their barracks in order to place them in various beds to help them rest and recuperate a little better, making sure that they're tended to and not bleeding out slowly and dying like that. Inside, Samdi and Reese. Reese, you begin performing the ritual. You draw this large pentagram, and then you bring out these various candles that represent the different points of the hell that you were trying to drawing them towards. Little known fact about the rituals when it comes to satanic rituals, because that's what it is. You have to call forth the powers of the hells and attribute them into the ritual itself. So each of the points in the pentagram, each of the 5, are locations within the layer of hell that you are trying to drag the soul in association towards. Or
thought I
draw
have the
forth
blank
the
coin.
magic from. Draw forth the magic from. Because that's what you're doing. You're pulling the magic from there to transmute the soul into a coin. As you do this, you feel this heat roll over you. This warmth from the hells, this curiosity. Performing this ritual is tedious for you. It is going to cost you your highest level spell slot.
Okay.
And upon conducting the actual ritual with the body in the center, You do the simple incantations that transmute souls into coins. And you pull out your coin, placing it inside the mouth of the individual, keeping their teeth agape, knowing that the mouth is usually where the soul exits or comes in from. Then you take your dagger and you plunge it slowly into the stomach, using its ceremonial aspect in order to push that living creature out through the body. And the current coin that has, I believe this one doesn't have anybody trapped in it, correct?
Nope. It was a blank one handed to me.
All right. You see this wave of energy around the coin as the soul slowly filters into it, and you have to sit there for a while with the dagger. You can't just slice and stab and make it instantaneous. It's an excruciating event. You conduct this over the course of an hour. Everybody else who is doing this, you can short rest if you would like. And the entire time, you're just barely keeping the person alive as you are sliding the dagger. Eventually, over the course of that hour, there is no more life left inside the body to filter into the coin. And you see this tiny blue thread as you lift the coin out of the mouth, and it ties down into the individual. And as you keep pulling, eventually it plucks out from the body. And then the body turns completely to ash. And then that ash dissolves into the air. When you look at the coin, it is incredibly hot. If you weren't, it would probably burn you a lot. Looking at each side, it's the angered face of the man. And then on the other side, it's the anguished face of the man. You've produced your first soul coin.
I will call Hillian, who's been with me, invisible, for simplicity's sake, since he's always with me.
Yo.
I go, remember what you gotta do with this?
Yep.
Sorry. I'll bring you back the minute I get back to an Asmodeus church.
Yeah, yep.
I'm gonna send a sending to Nanu. Nanu, darling, I am sending you our half of Samdi's deal. The soul of an extreme sinner. Please do with it as we agreed upon. That's the
Okay.
sending. I have to roll because it's through.
Yep, don't roll a 1.
I will lucky that. That way I don't have to do it. There we go.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought I was the only one that cursed people with
I've
that.
told you, man. Like, there's a reason my stuff is DCs.
That is hilarious. I think that's the third time I've told somebody not to roll a 1 on sending, and they've rolled a 1.
I'll wait for her reply before I stab Alien
With a different weapon, hopefully.
with a different weapon. Yes.
Okay.
Hell yeah, become oh no.
Short sword.
So you hand him the soul coin. He swallows the soul coin, and then you pull out the. Well, it has to be in him, or else it will drop
Oh,
it.
yeah,
If he's
yeah,
just
yeah,
carrying it and that didn't come with him, you drop it.
Yeah.
Stab him in the stomach very quickly, and poof, Helion is gone.
Yeah, I would wait for Nanu's reply before to that, just to confirm that she's at her place.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much, darling. I'll be sure to release that soul in trade for this one, post haste. It'll be in my custody. Visit soon.
I let something know. We gotta go to hell at some point to go pick up that guy that you want.
rather exasperated. Can't you just like cut off your arm and have her do the thing?
No. I go sorry, Hillian.
Just no.
What's the point of having a deal with her where you can bring her to the material plane without?
So because we made that deal at my place, the anchor for that is my place.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So it was it's to stop me from always bring her here, right? Consensually, of course. At any point we need her. So
Middle of a fight. Fucking Aaron, yes.
yeah, that's the point of it.
There's
I'll
an
just
anchor
shout for
location.
Glenn.
We're good, Glenn.
Right.
I will point out that there is a permanent pentagram and stench of brimstone where you perform the ritual. But no blood.
No blood, no body either.
No blood.
We have plausible deniability.
Yeah.
Blame it on
Oh,
the
the-
dude who put the tattoos on the guys.
Yeah, who did that? That dude needs to die.
And I point to the pentagram.
Yeah, it was that dude.
How dare he steal my shtick?
So, do you
If you
gather
pla-
your allies that are resting with the other guys?
Yeah, I will shout out for Glenn and hopefully get a response from anyone. As
I
I'm just
would've-
wandering the halls. Sorry.
No, you're fine. I would have wanted to try to see if I could find a way down. I know that the thing was back up, but just to see if I could find a way down and take care of those people down there too.
Unfortunately, with the magical barrier that stops all physical things from going through, and the teleportation barrier they have in place, the jail is designed not to have that flaw in it.
Yeah, I was just looking for like keys or any way to figure out, and
Oh.
I probably can't figure out how to go down, but I wanted to try to see if I could find any keys, any switches for the barrier, any way. And I can take away my I only got 4 hit points of damage on the last battle, so I don't need to do a shorter rest.
Roll me a investigation.
All right.
This is going through the pockets of the unconscious and dead and looking around the area to try to find what mechanism is in place.
Yep. Here we go. It's not at advantage, so nope.
4. No. You do find keys, but you can't find a hole for the keys, unfortunately.
Then I'll just continue to take care of the unconscious and Brother Jack, and I don't remember if Genesis got hit in the battle.
No, Genesis dodged.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, if you let me know, I can disable the magical portion of lock with a knock spell for 10 minutes. For 10 minutes.
There is no lock.
It's not a
physical barrier that stops anything from physically passing through, and they have imbued this entire facility where teleportation magic can't take place here, and neither can divination.
Oh, so it's not like a magic lock situation.
No, it's a
just
barrier,
It's a
magical
wall.
barrier.
Okay.
This is a
is why
maximum
it's-
security
yeah.
prison. Like it's
Which is why I figured I was taking that whole hour to kind of
Okay.
look around and just see.
Unfortunately,
Well-
this is a little bit too much outside of your knowledge. But what were you saying, Cornwallis?
Once we get the all clear, I will wake up the sergeant with a spell. Yeah.
Oh shit! Are all of you all right?
Yeah, we're fine. Your lieutenant captain was made some sort of deal with one of your prisoners. They have both since fled, and unfortunately, all of you were under control and attacked all of us. We did what we could to prevent loss of life. Do any of your guards have healing training? Or any of them medics of any kind?
All of us have battlefield training for medicinal healing.
All right, well, I'm going to wake up one more of you. Who do you want me to wake up? Then you're on your own to try and get your prison back up and running.
It's like a domino effect, you know? You
Set.
wake one up and you miss.
Set
Okay.
over there.
I will go burn another first level spell slot and wake him up.
Did any of you find a hum?
Did we find it in a hum?
Was a
That's
hum
the
the lieutenant
name of
captain?
the,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's the lieutenant captain. No, he fled. I'm pretty sure he was the one that was in on the deal with. Was it a bugbear or an orc? I think I got missed messages on what that guy was.
He was an orc.
Okay.
He's dust now.
Well, I know. He was the one that we believe was in charge, or was it a deal with the orc that was somehow tattooing all of you guys?
It was
Does that ring any
a
bells?
strange magic. When he grasped our arms, there was this pulsation of magic that filtered through us, and it made us see him as our leader. We just pretty much worshipped him. Very
Pull out my-
strange magic.
At the talk of the tattoo, I pull out my infernal seal, the needle, and I go, "Did it look like this?"
No,
Are
he
you-
just grasped our arm, and then magic pulsated through, and then we had the tattoo on us.
Okay, I'm gonna put it away.
Well, here's take some of these, and I pull out 10 good berries, and I'll hand him 8. I think if we feed these to your men, it'll help them out. Try to give them to the. Yeah, I'll show you, and I'll try to see if it works. I'll try to give a good berry to one of the unconscious guards. Drop it in.
It works. They wake up.
To blade. Okay.
Oh, I'm so full. What is that chalky flavor? So, for everybody else, canonically, good berries in my universe taste like nothing. They do not have flavor, they cannot have flavor, and they don't have textures that are desirable. The only thing they are is nutrition.
Make him edibles.
Soylent Green.
Yeah. So it's like eating chalk. You'll get nutrients.
Where's the satisfaction?
Yep.
Isn't that the way create food and water is too?
Yep. But that one can be made to taste good if you press prestidigitate.
Ah.
Good
Salt.
berries, on the other hand, it tastes like nothing. So, you wake up the guards, and they begin they begin finding all of their medical packs and bringing them out and resuscitating their allies, healing them with these packs with a very clear amount of proficiency in this matter. All of the ones that are still alive gather up, head down, and they will open up the barrier. You see the 2 higher-ranking officers, one on either side of the barrier, head over, placing their hands on the wall, and then they both speak a different command word, and it then opens for other people to walk inside. Once they go down there, they start getting all of the bodies of the guards that are still alive, bringing them upstairs. After that, they end up looking for all of you. So, we'll take care of things here for now on, and we'll talk to the Iman about how to handle safety amongst ourselves from these creatures in the future. We are very grateful for your assistance that you've done, and we assure you that our harm is going to be hunted down.
You know, we appreciate all of you and your hard work out here. Why don't you all stop by for a free haircut sometime?
Sure, yeah, I mean, who turns down free things, right?
Exactly. I'm just glad that we were able to help and save most of you.
We'll see you guys at the temple.
So, you guys have done your good deed and evil deed of the day.
Yay.
Mine's just business.
Yeah, evil deed of the day.
Yeah.
So what are we gonna do, y'all?
Hopefully get some followers eventually through those haircuts.
We'll see.
Not right away, but they go once and they keep going. Oh, we can practice fighting here, Well,
I look at Glenn, I go, there's so many deals that could have been made with those prisoners. So many.
I'm glad you held her straight there, buddy. It's good on you.
Oh my god.
I don't think it was
you
restraint.
Suppose-
I don't think it was
When we-
restraint. I think it was a lack of access.
I'm just like unfeather freedom.
Oblivious to that.
Yep.
You're definitely trying. That's all Glenn sees.
All right, Bard was trying to say something.
I was gonna say, don't worry. When we've got a little less things on our plate, I'm sure I can arrange for you to come back here and be a prison pastor or something, so you can have some unfettered access.
Well, the deal that they'd be making is freedom, which I can provide, but I don't feel like you want any people in these cells, specifically the lower cells, being free.
Depends where you set them loose.
That's true too. We'll set them up in some neighboring country that we hate, some city that you guys have ran into that you have beef with.
So, Nasir wanders back up after disappearing for a short period of time with a smile that is brimming a mile wide.
Who are you?
I'm Nasir.
The goblin.
Oh,
You're the
gob
creepy
kid.
guy, yeah.
Yeah, gob kid. Got it.
Yep.
What's got you cheesing so hard?
Oh, I just went looking for the belongings that I had when they took me away. And this is Nasir, by the way.
Oh, so joyful.
And I found my lucky fork.
That's good.
Nice.
Speaking of, and I know that Cornwallis and Bart got their stuff. Did anyone happen to go check out all the cataloged belongings of prisoners that are here? Just curious. No,
Nobody brought it up or thought about it, so no, nobody did.
Oh, I thought that would be in the contraband section.
No, that's not contraband. That's the cataloged belongings of individuals.
Oh.
You were
okay.
trying to
Like when
find
you're-
the good stuff.
I was trying to find drugs. Not gonna lie.
And I was just curious about the stuff that people brought into the prison with them.
Nasir
where they
thought to
were.
go because he wanted to get his lucky fork.
Yep.
And he pulls out this large, dazzling, two-pronged looking fork that the tips of it have diamonds, and the entire metal portion of it is made out of gold.
Just the tip?
Just the
It's a
tips are diamond, yeah.
What was the name of the individual we just sent to hell?
Samdi. That guy.
When I dropped him down here, I kind of forgot his name.
Yeah, he's victim 7, but like still.
What is with you in 7?
Right?
Well, because right now currently I have 7 people I fucked over at the moment. He's the 7th, so I have a note over here.
Only 7?
Yeah. Well,
Then that's a joke
eventually.
only I will understand. Oh,
That are
no.
Yeah.
still alive.
Yep, 2 of us will understand as well. Yeah, sound do look over. So, getting off the island, right?
Yeah, Sensu Beam. I prefer. Oh, wait. What was that guy's name?
I don't know. Both
Oh.
me, out of character, both me and Joey.
Yeah, I wrote that
Have-
dude off when you dropped him here before.
Okay.
You guys
So-
brought him back to life, so that's your problem.
He's
So with
gone.
that-
He was out of fire.
Yeah,
So
no,
with that-
to be fair,
Oh, go ahead.
I thought I saw his name somewhere, but no, not you only, but there was a yeah. Only the actual leaders were cataloged, not the vice leaders or vice captains or whatever. He was the second in command of the Katsun before I Well,
We do have every episode on video, so if you ever wanted to
Yes.
go back and watch, you could.
I then asked the guy
That was
who's in
labeled as Purple
charge.
Sands.
Right. I would like to look at the equipment of, and I tell the name of the guy that we just all don't know. Right. But I'm sure they would know. I would like to look at his equipment to see if there's anything that might trace back to the scenario of your tattoo, if that's okay with you.
Of course, yes. Let me go find his belongings. And you walk with him over towards this, this different building, this separate facility that they have all of these various slots. Like, think in elementary school where you had the opening grooves for you to put your backpack and things in. but-
Cubbies?
Cubbies, yeah. And each of them are labeled alphabetically, and then they have slots and sub shelves that people's belongings were put into. And he starts going through looking, finds this man's personal belongings, and pulls them out and hands them over to you. Pretty hefty bag.
And I'll start going through them to see
Okay.
if there's anything that sticks out.
Yes, he had breastplate armor. That does seem to have some type of magical infusion inside of it. He had a scimitar that also had a magical infusion in it. And you find a holy symbol.
What's the holy symbol of?
The symbol is a flat piece of jade that has etched into it what appears to be a toad.
A toad?
A toad.
Considering this dude is damned and sent to hell, can I just take these off your hands?
We have to do the proper paperwork for it, yes, but
Just
we
blame it on
can-
the guy that left.
that would be illegal. No.
Hmm.
Here, he'll go over to the proper area, pull out some paperwork, and start signing. And there you are. You are going to be taking full responsibility for his belongings in case he ever comes back and is omitted by our laws to be able to recapture his belongings and leave as a free man.
Sure. Not an issue. All right.
Your
power
full
of
formal
attorney.
name? Yeah.
Yeah, Reese Levon Spalding, power of attorney. I look over the contract to make sure it's nothing that, like, if this dude is tried, right, even though he's not here, I take the fall for it, right? I'm looking for stuff like that.
Investigation.
Okay.
Or sorry, insight. This is an insight.
Okay. 29.
So, there is one caveat to all of this. If he was to come back looking for his belongings, you would be liable for up to 2 years in prison for having his belongings without his consent of taking them.
Okay.
That's it.
He ain't coming
I ride
back.
it.
Yeah, I know. So, like...
Yeah. I signed. I go,
You
"Here
already
we go."
trapped his soul in a coin.
yeah. Now you're
The edit.
stealing his shit.
You don't want to know where that soul's going.
I don't.
I
Yeah, it's in a fat little imp's stomach.
yes, I signed the thing for the power of attorney, and I hand him back the paper.
Alrighty. You can take those belongings, and your home address is... Are you giving your home address or your office address?
My office address, because it's business.
Alright, so office address in... Spalding.
Yes.
Very well. Thank you.
I'm gonna insight how he said that. I feel like there's some animosity.
Ugh,
Everyone
Spalding.
hates the
Spalding.
Spaldings.
I mean, yeah, everyone hates the Spaldings. Like, there's no...
Yeah.
But
You don't need to insight. You know everyone hates the
Okay.
Spaldings.
Would Casino be aware of our deeds over there?
No,
Yeah.
not yet. Casino is very difficult to get to in general, so only at large yearly events would you anticipate having common nobles just traveling there freely and talking
here
about
on
the
vacation.
gossip. Yeah. You guys teleport. You cheat. You don't have to go through the treacherous desert.
Yeah. Thank Cat for that circle. I put him in my bag of holding, and I go, "Have a great day."
You as well. Cornwallis, you did see my message, by the way, right?
I did.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go find the goblin.
Oh, he's just hanging out right next to Samdi, looking giddy.
So I'm gonna kneel down in front of him because he's like 3 feet tall and I'm like 9.
Yeah.
And I'll bend over even farther so that we're eye to eye. And I'm gonna look him directly in the eyes.
Hey.
Where did you get the fork?
Oh, I've always had it.
You mean you've always had it?
Well, yeah, when I was nested, I woke up and it was inside of, well, my nest. It's my lucky fork. It always gets me out of trouble.
I speak goblin.
Okay.
Do I know enough about goblin culture, thank you, to know about just a goblin child waking up in a nest by himself? That seems odd to me.
Oh, he never said by himself.
Oh.
A nest would be where there's like 10 to 15 goblins at a time.
Oh, okay.
And that's where they feel safe when they're, between the ages of birth and 6 months. By that point, they're mature enough that they go out and try to survive.
They don't live very long, do they?
In the wild, goblins live to about the age of 12 as a very long life. In civilization, the peak of their life is around 50. But
no one in your sorry.
They mature by the age of 6 months. And that's like, I'm a teenager now, haha. Well, he said he's like a year and a half old, so.
And no one in your nests explained why you have this lucky fork?
You think I was going to tell them I have a lucky fork?
They
were going to try to take it from me and sell it. It's my lucky fork.
I understand. Thank you. I'm going to go find Samdi.
He's right next to him.
Yeah, right next to him, with the attention being drawn to it. Is that a tuning fork? Is that?
It is.
Yeah, I was going to ask if it's a tuning fork or eating fork, but
it's a two-pronged fork with diamonds on the tips.
That's right. It had diamonds on the tip.
It's a planar tuning fork, Samdi.
Samdi's eyes kind of bulge and he's staring.
I wouldn't have any clue as to where.
It's a lucky fork.
Yes, it's a very lucky fork for somebody.
I mean,
and presumably you right now.
Yeah.
Probably not very lucky for the CR2 goblin holding it.
2?
You think it's that high?
Yeah, 1/4 is probably the most accurate I can give him.
I gave him more hit points. He's at least
skills.
1/2.
Okay. No, you just see some of these eyes kind of bulge, and you can see him gritting his teeth, looking at the fork. Nah, let's get you to Mama.
Great. And he'll open up his vest that he also took from his belongings and puts the fork into a little inside pocket of the vest and tightens it up around himself.
So I will direct everyone to the docks.
As we're walking there, I show everyone the holy symbol. Does this look familiar to you?
Anybody proficient in religion may roll.
I am.
Yep,
but...
I'll roll.
Reese, wrong. Not continent, zone of the continent.
Okay.
Yeah.
I understand.
You're very localized to civilization, unfortunately. That's your shtick.
I will
Alright,
guidance.
Between
Well,
birth and 3 hours old.
I will guidance monkey since he's the religious man.
You picked the wrong man.
Always bet on monkey. That's like our 4th one of the session.
I love
To be
it.
fair, if he rolls a 3 with that
It's amazing.
that guidance, we'll all have equal say in this.
Yeah, roll that guidance, monkey.
Yeah. Maybe it'll be tough. Nope.
Genesis
Can
is
I
clearly
donate
the most
Monkey
proficient.
one of his own rerolls?
What?
Hmm?
No, he can't
I
donate
don't-
to himself. That's what?
Yeah,
No,
I'm
he's asking-
donating one of Monkey's rerolls to himself.
No, those were given to you.
Yeah.
Can I trade 3 of mine for 1 of his?
Listen,
Here, take this back.
I'll let you trade 3 of yours to give me 2 and him 1.
He only uses
No.
them
You
on
know
initiative
you're just
most of the
making this
time.
even worse. You know you're just making this.
No. There's no trading. They're given to individuals. That's who they're meant
Yep.
for.
That was
Yep.
the joke.
And
I know.
this is it would have been a it. You know, I think I recall like some kind of footnote in my book, but I just can't access it right now because I don't always read all the footnotes. I don't pay attention to. You know, I just kind of.
Somebody will say, well, we can always take this to Mama Lucy.
Something too. That good old desert hag.
So, you all go over down towards the docks. Nasir looking incredibly giddy, and the entire way running down the stairs, he's looking so incredibly happy to be escaping, flipping off the facility behind him. You know, I'm used to going to jail for getting caught stealing. It's happened like twice. But makes no sense that they sent me here. Honestly, that's cruel.
Next time, pick who you allegedly steal from. Better.
Do you know, do you have like a map or anything of all the nobles so I know which shops to avoid? Allegedly avoid?
I'll tell you on the way to Mama Lucy's. And I like, as we're at the docks, no boats in sight, I will just face plant straight into the water. And I will transform into a Titanoboa.
Which have a swim speed, right?
Yeah, same swim speed as his climb speed and his move speed.
Nice. So there's now this gigantic fucking snake in the water with a tiny snake by its head.
Yep. And a small top hat.
I look
As
at
I
the
will-
slime. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, as I'll lower my head towards everyone to get on.
I look at his slimy scales and pull out my broom of flying, and I go, I'm good.
You see the eyes roll.
Snake scales aren't slimy.
Well,
It's
mine
covered
are.
in water.
You guys
Wet.
are so cool! And he immediately jumps and slams onto you, weighing 30 pounds with everything, so nothing to a Titanoboa.
Does everyone else get on the giant
I'll
snake?
get on the giant snake.
Absolutely. Why not?
Hey Joey, could we say that at the beginning of our short rest I summoned Cloud? I called for Cloud.
Oh, absolutely. So by now, Clouds is already here. So, Monkey, you're taking Cloud.
Yep, I'll take Cloud.
Glenn.
What,
Alright.
not going down Snake Way?
So, Genesis.
Snake.
Snake. All right. Well, as
Snake,
most
snake.
people go Snake, and then 2 people want to fly,
I'm
I
bougie.
think this is a good place for us to call break time. Let's be right back. guess who's back? We're back again. So, where last we left off, the party had successfully left the prison out here in Casino, leaving the stranded prison, as it were. Riding on the back of Samdi, a cloud, and gripping a broom with your thighs, you all descend away from this prison and head your way back over to, well, Samdi, you pick, because everyone's on your back.
Sorry, unmuting myself.
We'll try unmuting and speaking.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking. The thinking, it hurts.
All right, so y'all are
that's
here.
Yeah, that's the one. I'm just gonna go straight here, and like as we approach the docks, I will like lower into the ground, so like only the top of my snake head is above water, so it's just that, and I will transform underwater when everyone steps off.
Alrighty. So you've all made it back over to the Tranquil Harbor, and you see a handful of civilians are looking at you all strangely, as your arrival is a very strange thing.
And the boat left without us.
Okay. And they just keep going about their business. Glenn.
I have a headcanon. As soon as they see me transform back, they're like, oh, makes sense.
Glenn, you see a cleric of Pastille walking along the docks.
Did they notice me yet?
Not yet. You notice them first.
I cast invisibility on myself.
Roll a stealth check at advantage.
And I'm adding a d6.
You will never find me.
Cornwallis, you definitely noticed. Glenn noticed somebody and then chose to be invisible before they noticed him.
It's a 21. Jeez.
I technically still know where he is, I think.
Oh, yeah. He's just being very still and not moving. The clergy of Pastille looks at all of you, and they have this large shawl that covers the majority of their face, where you can only see piercing eyes through the very thin veil that they have as they look at all of you and just keep walking.
Is there something I should know about why you just did that? I'm just talking out loud. I'm not like specifically looking at Glenn.
I guess I just say it. I'll say it in a whisper. It's like, I told you they were still around.
As
Who's
a reminder,
around?
Cornwallis does not know anything.
Yeah, Cornwallis also does not have religion. So Cornwallis has no idea who that is.
It's a veiled person.
Just to give you a little bit of a heads up here, when I met up with these guys, I was trying to leave because these, like that person that you just saw walk by, were chasing me when I first woke up in Casino, and they just kept saying I was an abomination and I had to go or something like that. And then I left. I left with these guys, and we went off to found our way to Spalding after that. I forget. One of you guys said that they were gone from here, but I told you they weren't.
Oh. Well, I probably didn't hear it. I'm like filling on a broom. I'm distracted.
And who exactly are they?
Some religion that worships like the god of death or something like that.
So do we need to avoid them, I take it? If they're after you?
If you see them, yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great to give me a heads up.
I'll keep an eye out.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I actually noticed that you're really sharp with your eyes.
I spent a lot of years living under a very cruel man, and so you learn to avoid him. So it was best to know where he was.
We're out, dude. Well, you're in better company now.
Am I? I just
90
avoided watching two people ritually sacrifice someone.
90% of the time, we're better people. We just sometimes do fucked up shit to get the job done.
Yeah.
Usually when it involves Sandy.
I mean, you seem like a man of military experience. Sometimes you got to do what's necessary to ensure the greater good, right?
True. I'm not afraid of breaking a law if there's a reason for it. But I have to admit, sacrificing someone does stretch that. But what are we doing now? Or do we need to take this young gentleman to your mama or whoever it was that sent us along here, Somebody?
Snake. Or are we at the docks yet?
No, you guys are at the docks. Yeah, I said that part.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. So, somebody who, like, waiting for everyone to debark, just rises the head out of the water, plants it on the docks, and then transforms out of it there. Yeah, we gotta take. Let's save the mama.
All right. So, you all wander over to the Ornament Bazaar with this very happy-go-lucky goblin following with you all, and you make it over towards Mama's shop, and the goblin just gives out a very long whistle. She is doing good for herself, huh? How long was I in prison?
What was the last major thing that you heard?
That I was
Like
going to
news.
prison.
Well, I had
No, I
before
think-
that.
Like, do you know about the uprising that happened here?
Upright? Oh, you mean when Silk was killed? Yeah. That was forever. Dude,
Okay.
all right. I wasn't in jail that long. It couldn't have been longer than like a month.
Okay, so just making sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, fair enough. Come on inside.
So, you all wander into Mama's shop, and she seems to be smiling as you all arrive, just sitting there waiting with, well, even more places set already at her round table in the center of the shop. The table has a place set and a cup of tea already made for each of you. Reese, as you're about to deny the tea, you look down, and this is homebrew Komortar coffee.
I get some of the coffee and I go, I'm gonna wait outside, respectively.
I'll tip my hat.
I go, a pleasure as always, Mama Lucy.
Do you not wish to know what is going to transpire?
Truthfully, as lovely as it sounds, it's not my territory to get involved.
Involved? You mean your payment?
Oh, a payment then. In that case.
She looks over at you, Samdi, with a little bit of a smirk and smile.
Somebody will, like, shrug. That's who he is. And I'll mentally contact Reese and tell him, just get the holy symbol with the frog already.
Take it out.
Pull it out.
She'll wave her hand where you see this creepy hand float down from the ceiling, picks it up, and brings it over and puts it right next to her. When you look at it, Reese, everything about that hand looks real, just like it's mummified and unwrapped.
Lovely.
Very interesting. So, first things first, I assume your job is well done.
If you're referring to Nasir, yes. If you are referring to my previous job you gave me, it will be done soon. Very soon. Kind of cusps his hands together almost nervously.
Well, so long as the job is accomplished, everything shall be fine. By the way, Nazir, please sit down. That is your favorite cup of tea. I don't like tea. I know. It's warm ale with a splash of milk. Ooh, yeah! Goes and dives
Ew.
and starts chugging it. Now, Nazir, I do not believe that there was a reason for you to die just because you made the mistake of stealing from me. Biscuit, and she'll hold out a small basket of various little sweets, and he starts taking them and eating them. However, you must understand that punishment should be made for anybody who takes from Mama. So, I would give you two options. Either I ask somebody here to cut off your hand, so you know never to steal from me again, which would be bad for your line of work, would it not? Allegedly. Or you can pass your luck on to him. What do you mean? That fancy little fork that you've had since you were a babe? I believe that would be reasonable payment. Now, if neither of these sound very reasonable to you, let's say the next 10 years of your life, you work for me in my shop, learn from me, and learn a good, honest wage instead of doing what you do. The choice is completely yours. There must be punishment for your actions. These are the three options you have, all of which, I will encourage you, are far better than the execution they were planning for you. Nazir's going to look back at all of you, kind of scoot over towards Cornwallis. Which one would you do?
I guess that's up to you. I certainly wouldn't choose one.
Yeah, working with only one hand would be difficult.
2 gives you freedom, but gives up what is presumably your prized possession.
I've had it since I was a little kid, so yeah.
3 keeps your prized possession, but you probably give up a vast majority of your freedom in exchange for a longer period of time than you've currently been alive. You don't even know how long 10 years is. You've barely lived more than half that yet. I unfortunately do not know much about Mama Vusi, so I do not know what type of employer she will be.
Well, she can't be
Good,
all bad, right?
bad.
Like, she tried saving my life. She can't be that bad.
Depends upon why she did it. Everyone has reasons, kid.
Good point.
Some are good, some are bad.
Good point. Why did you save me? He stands up and points his finger at her. Because I believe that punishment of death is a little much for somebody's crime being ignorance and inability to survive without committing crimes. I have a soft spot for the downtrodden that get kicked like a dog. And she'll look over at you, Samdi.
All of you see Santi kind of roll his eyes, but does smile.
So, work for you for the rest of my life, pretty much. Lose my hand and my business, or give you my lucky fork. Not me, him. Why is the lucky fork so important to you? That, I will say, is my business.
He likes fancy cutlery.
You were interested in my fork. Why? He looks at you again, Cornwallis. It's because it's expensive.
It is expensive. It is of great value. That's not why.
What, is
How
it
to
worth like
explain
100?
this to you?
Is it worth
Somebody-
like 100 gold?
Cornwallis, you will hear a voice in your head. It will be that of Sandy. You will say, "Don't explain it too much to him. Just say it's magic. I'll give him the money he wants for it."
It is magic, and I imagine Samdi will. He'd probably give you 150 if you push.
Nice.
His eyes gleam brightly as you say that. Poor little Nasir. Nasif. He's not Nasir, he's Nasif. Wait, you'll pay me for it? No, he will not. This is your punishment for stealing from me in the first place. If you're interested in making money, then maybe you work for me. Not under the deal, but learn, as well as do what you do best. The same offer I gave to Samdi quite a long time ago. And look how well he turned out.
Gosh.
Sandy will lean in towards Glenn and just whisper, "The mental degeneracy did not come from this woman."
Cornwallis would raise an eyebrow if he had one.
You're a mammal. You have eyebrows.
But the
You just
power
don't have the hair. Do you? Now we need to Google, do hippos have eyebrows?
So, if I give him my fork, I can walk away alive and come back here for work whenever I want. Of course. Like I said, I have a soft spot for the downtrodden.
I need to be right back.
Okay. Oh, he AFK'd as he's getting a tuning fork. He'll hand it over to Samdi. We'll remind him later. So, we're good now, right? Of course. Why don't you take a few more biscuits and, come back later? Awesome. And he takes the basket of biscuits and runs out of the shop.
I take this opportunity to look at Mama Vusi. You know, I could always use a curator at the museum that I'm working on. I think you'd be good on that. Ah.
She rotates her head very slowly towards you.
I'm kidding. I would never imply a pickpocket outside of my butler.
I am not a pickpocket. I offer very honest deals.
Mm-hmm.
I
That's
just
true.
abide by my own rules when it comes to them. I do not believe I was necessarily too hostile with the options I presented. Samdi, you now have a tuning fork. To
No,
where?
that's-
You don't know.
No, as a deal maker myself, I was very impressed. You really do know the game.
Of course I do.
Also,
Anyways,
the coffee is great.
well, the secret is you have to put all of the coffee grinds at the bottom of a carafe that is wider at the bottom and made of bronze. That way, when you add in a heated sand, it will slowly cook and boil it up into the top. Because of the shape, you don't get too terribly much grinds in there, but you get the purest of flavors.
I have a little bit of the coffee grind still from that one guy north of Spalding, the one that hired us, the rich dude
Yep.
that sponsored. I go, this is also an imported blend, right? It's supposed to be cooked in a hot heated sand as well. Consider it a gift. It's one coffee connoisseur to another.
Thank you. She'll take it. Maybe another one of my guests will appreciate it. I like tea. She'll put it down. But I like to give everybody what they want. So, you wish for me to identify this for you?
Not as a favor, yes. As a award, no.
Identify. I can do that now.
Since when?
Actually, it's
Since
actually
when?
thanks to Mama Lucy here. Actually, she sold me the spell scroll.
Interesting.
The rewards. Nice.
Yeah, you copied that quick.
Might have some more insight onto it though, is the thing. But yes, as a favor, yes. As an award, no. Because as a reward, no. Quip of the tongue.
Well, feel free to identify it then, Glenn. Show us what you have learned recently.
I didn't copy it into my my book. You're gonna have to give me a moment.
An hour or so. A couple hours.
Give me like 30 minutes.
Half a day.
Oh, you didn't even transcribe it into your
Yeah,
book yet.
I didn't try because I just got
That
it.
does
so-
take you a whole hour to do.
Yeah.
And then you'll need 10 minutes to ritually cast it.
Yeah.
You do have a pearl, though, right?
Yes.
She
Mama,
gave you
Mama
one
gave me.
for
Yeah.
Well, in the
For the
meantime,
lizard eye.
while we're waiting for him, would you like for me to tell you what it is?
I would enjoy that.
That symbol is to Kek Henep.
Keknep. Ketchup.
Kek Henep.
Yes.
Based off of your expressions, none of you are too familiar of this god.
You guys are an exotic region to me.
It would do you very good to learn about the ancient lands of Komortar. You'd be surprised how prevalent this is. He is known as the Toad Charmer, a deceitful, illusionist master that manipulates the perceptions of mortals to further its sinister agendas. The god specializes in charming and ensnaring the minds of its followers, luring them into the folds of dark influence. It holds a lot of sway over the harsh red sands to the east, an unforgiving environment, arid landscape.
When you say east, do you mean east of Casino?
Yep, let me bring you over to the Abakuan Desert map. Red sands.
Whoa, Mount Doom.
Dormant. It's not doom, it's dormant.
I don't know. It contains a portal to the elemental plane of fire. I wouldn't call it dormant.
East of Casino.
All the way out here. In the Red Sands. Now, it appears to individuals as a shrouded, cloaked individual who has a toad-like face to it. This, of course, is a deception, and what it really is somewhat unknown. It has a hypnotic emerald green eye that, if you look directly into, will charm you, make you infatuated with it. He thrives in this landscape. Not exactly what I would constitute as a full-fledged deity, though. Just a powerful influence that is worshipped.
She's a patron, not a god.
Correct.
Interesting. So he can be killed.
Even gods can be killed, Risan.
A little bit harder.
She looks over at you, Bart, and smiles. But it always entices its followers through the promise of power and prosperity, usually catching them in traps itself in order to ensure nobody ever speaks about the hardships of where the powers come from.
I feel like I'm looking at a mirror with this stupid toad.
Hold on.
Yes.
Holding.
Sorry, I was switching something around on the table and didn't want all of you hearing that. From what I remember, since this was well, he wasn't the target of my ire until I realized he was the entire perpetrator, not part-time. Did I ever recall Mr. Trader Man to have gone out to the Red Sands?
Mr. Trader Man?
The guy we sold.
Traitor. I heard trader, like trade goods. Sorry.
Traitor.
Traitor Man. Yeah. Sorry, that's yeah. He definitely would have gone out into the Mercy Wastes if there was a job that called for it. I mean, he was definitely strong enough to survive.
Yeah, it's entirely likely he went out there. Now, if that was before or after he wiped out the tribes.
Both before and after.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
He was a douchebag no matter what. Yeah, so somebody will relay that he did, in fact, have. But I wouldn't know if he actually went there, like, officially, but he definitely had the power to.
I want his eye.
Well, you can't get his eye, but I think you're referring to the toad.
Yes. I'll put that on my to-do list.
Want down a toad? Lovely.
Yeah, that's not any kind of importance, but I have it on a to-do list.
Kekanip.
Heck ketchup.
Keck.
Kekanip.
Heck ketchup.
I typed it out for you.
Canoptic.
Yeah, I got it. But still.
So, since I answered your question, now you owe me a favor, correct, Risan?
I asked for it as a favor. Oh, you're right. Yes, technically I do.
Perfect.
Or would you consider this even for you sending me to go bail them out?
Oh, I was sending you there to help them because you need them just as much as I do.
Okay.
Always set a precedence.
Mm-hmm.
You might be able to learn something about deals.
Me?
But anyways, since I was so kind as to answer that question for you, answer me one. Which entities in the Hells do you currently have an established relationship with?
Well,
Professional or otherwise?
Professionally, Killian the Imp, and I won't say her name, but an Enurus, right? That goes by the name of Nanu, right? Because I have more of that name, but let's just call her that. She's currently holding that soul that is being requested.
Very good, thank you.
No problem.
Now, everybody else, any questions, comments, concerns? Cornwallis, you seem a little uneasy, to say the least.
It is what it is. It's been done.
May I alleviate some of your tension?
I doubt it.
And why is that?
Because I'm not sure in particular how the justification of a ritual murder could be.
Oh, that was more than a ritual murder. That was a ritual sacrifice of their soul to be transported into a coin, to be sent into the hells to be tormented for all eternity.
Yeah, see?
If it
My
helps, she's
point
probably gonna become
exactly.
one.
That's the opposite of making me feel better about it.
Well, how do you feel about, say, genocide and ritual sacrifice of an entire body of people in order to aspire to powers?
Now, if he did something like that and he deserved to die, that's one thing. But there is a vast difference between killing someone and ritualistically murdering them and capturing their soul.
Well,
One is punishment, one is a different level of punishment. But I'm not here to pass judgment on anybody.
You're welcome to judge me.
what I just described is what that individual did. Genocide of an entire species of individuals in order to create more strength for the god that they just piggybacked onto in the hopes of making them stronger and gaining more power themselves, sacrificing them to Pastil in order to grow him more powerful.
He was a worshipper of Pastil.
No, he's a seller to the highest bidder.
I was gonna say he's the one that had that symbol.
Seller to the highest bidder.
I guess he wanted riches. That would make sense, actually.
It's
And personally, when one of my trusted or friends are treated poorly, I take it personally. So, That is what I asked them to do.
No. There's a dog in here?
There is.
So, Cornwell's like, are you able to like understand why they put that person in?
I understand completely why they did it. They did it for, I'm sure, a multitude of their own reasons. I guarantee you, Mama Vusi's and Samdi's and Reese's are not all the same reason.
Oh, of course not.
What do you mean?
We are all vastly different individuals. But you are correct. We do what we do for our own selfish reasons. Personally, though, if somebody is committed to genocide, I believe they deserve to be in the hells and tortured and torment.
Have met the warden. He will.
Good. I hope he has to live with coarse sand being put between the layers of his skin.
And unfortunately, unless I get a blank soul coin again, I can't do that again. So it's kind of hard to find those in the material plane.
Yes, so unfortunate.
I only know one guy that can make it, and he was very adamant about not giving me any more.
I don't take responsibility for him.
Yeah, no. As per his own words, he is a third party.
Yes.
Yeah, somebody will contact Cornwallis again telepathically and say, you can understand it. You might not want to. You might not agree with my actions, but so long as we can understand each other, and we can work together, I promise not to do anything quite so evil.
If I was going to leave over it, I would have done it by now. It's
Oh,
hardly the
good.
worst thing I've seen done. Doesn't mean I was comfortable being part of it.
You're as much a part of it as any of the unconscious people.
No, because I helped you get into there and deal with the guards to get him. I wasn't involved in the actual murder, but I was involved in your ability to get to him. It's fine. She asked a question. I gave my answer. I don't really feel the need to discuss this anymore.
Very well.
All right.
So, you all can do whatever it is that pleases you the most. Glenn, I wish you the best at unlocking who you were and your family's heritage.
Thanks, Mama Lucy. Been a pleasure.
Reese, I pray that you get exactly what you deserve.
I know I will. And I look at Bartakov, knowing what he has, and I was like, I probably will one day.
I will make sure. Don't worry.
She'll smile. And Somdi, don't be so much as a stranger. Now, if you all do not mind, Monkey, may I have a private conversation with you?
Certainly.
She's about to bump off the competition.
Get him now while he's missing 3 hit points.
I'll jump in there.
Somebody's been praying for this moment. Anyways, everybody else, please enjoy the tea, coffee. I'm going to step into the back area with Monkey.
While you do that, I'm gonna leave the shop for a bit and kind of check out the area where we're at. Just see if there's little shops or something.
Oh, it's a bazaar.
Yeah, looking a little for souvenirs for my daughter.
Yeah.
I'll wander around with him just so there's two of us.
I'm staying behind. I mean, I'm not going into the room, but I'm staying behind, just drinking my
Yeah.
tea. You know, actually, I'll take the time to copy identifying for my spellbook.
I look
So-
at Genesis. I go, "Would you like to join us for a quick, bobble shop?"
Too. I was actually gonna ask if you wouldn't mind if I
Mama
joined you.
Lucy definitely.
Your
has both
headset's
fruit.
too high. You have to move it down.
Sorry.
There you go. Now we can hear you.
I would love to join you. Thank you.
Of course, souvenirs are something I take a lot of pride in.
Yeah.
What were you saying,
What do
Bart?
we think? I was saying, what do we think the likelihood is that Mama Vusi has one of either blind sight, true sight, or see invisibility?
I bet she has probably all three.
All of the above.
Keep in mind,
Yes.
spell sight is also a thing. So
All that, yeah. There's no way I'm eavesdropping on that conversation. Is there?
Why do you think
you can
Sandy
always
just-
try.
Yeah, you could try, man.
You're welcome
Yeah.
to try.
I'll elbow Bartakov just for fun and go, because I feel like my passive insight is so high at this point that I go, I elbow him. I go, "Hey Bart, don't do anything crazy." I'm gonna inspire him as I walk out.
Don't do anything too crazy, you kid.
Talk about devil on the shoulder, Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, snap, snap.
Yeah, Bart's gonna act like he's just browsing the shop and position himself as close to the back room as possible, and then just stand still and blend into the shadows.
Nice, nice.
Okay,
You see,
roll me a stealth check. Yeah, Sandy.
yeah, you see, Samdi is just glaring at you as he walks out, just like, don't do anything.
Too crazy.
So I'm invisible, so I have advantage, but I'm wearing a heavy armor, so straight roll,
Straight roll, correct.
plus the D8.
10.
10.
Is your armor heavy or medium?
So straight roll 15. His armor is heavy.
Because it's chainmail, I think.
Ooh, 24.
I'll take 24.
Damn.
I'm assuming
scale
Glenn's in
mail,
like a.
sorry.
Sorry, I'm assuming Glenn's like in a corner scribing on a book still.
Cornwallis is the only person in the party who would notice you.
Actually, I actually noticed.
You have a 24?
24.
I also
You-
noticed.
Oh, damn. Fuck, guys. Jesus.
Oh, you're not here.
Yeah, you're not
Yeah, I
here, so
walked
you don't
out.
notice shit. You just
walked
know it was gonna happen. So, as you begin eavesdropping, Monkey, you walk over to this one section of her shop where she has different long flowing rugs that separate the areas and moves them to the side for you to start walking back there with her. And you see that there appears to be a large crystal ball in the center of the room with this black shawl dripping underneath it around a table that is unseen. The table is around chest height for you. So, Monkey,
Yes.
there has been a slight new development on my end.
And what was this change?
You. The siblings are becoming more powerful from foreign lands and this one. And as such, there is more concern at the rate at which you are expanding as well.
Interesting.
You recall the meeting you had inside of the blacksmith shop.
Yeah. Yeah. Seems like a while ago, but yeah.
Well, that still holds today. And their concern is now stretching towards your clergy.
What can I do to protect them?
That is the right question. Your actions are your own, of course. But you hold a power that is in a domain that is bothersome to many of the other siblings.
Yeah, look, if someone doesn't have hair, it's understandable, but they can always get a wig or like an ointment that they can put on to help the growth.
You and I both know that is not what I speak about.
Oh, different domain. Probably combat or hopefully not the animals, but I'm guessing maybe combat or a little bit of the hand.
Would you be willing to relinquish any of these domains?
I don't think so. I've got people to protect now.
Keep that in mind. Your actions from before are what we are scared of.
Yeah, I kind of know some stuff before, but I don't recall a lot of it. But I can say I don't feel like the same person that I was when I came out of that gym. And I don't mean just like physically. Yes, I've grown and my powers are coming back, but there's a difference in my heart and my mind. I don't know if that's what I was like before, but or ever. I don't know if I'm going back to a way that I used to be and that I changed or what, but I like who I am now. And the other domain is freedom, and that's real important. People have to have that free will to choose, even if their decisions are wrong, like Reese or Somdi at times, but it's their decision to make, and they can live with the consequences.
I agree. Freedom is a very noble pursuit. But there's a reason that Pantheon does not have freedom.
And what is that reason?
Well, when last we had it, there was a great betrayal that took place. And now, we have to aspire towards our specific goal. Whatever our domains are. It must be adhered by all of the higher tier divine creatures. And you are nearing that crest. And the concern is, when you get there, are you going to be who you once were? Or are you going to be who you currently are?
Now that's a problem I can understand and recognize, and I don't think I am going to be who I was. People I've been down here with, whether their choices were good or bad, they've changed me. Kat had a big influence on me, and of course Boris. God, I love Boris. Bart. Glenn. Glenn has opened my eyes to a lot. And even Reese, in his sometimes
sick and sadistic manner.
Yes, he did show that he cared about those with not much means.
Well,
I can say that I now finally truly value freedom. I don't know if it was because I was trapped in a gem and understood what it meant to lose a lot, or when I came out not remembering a lot. Free will and choice is something that's very important for everyone, and whether you're human or humanoid or heck, even an animal, it's important for them too.
Well, there's one final warning I wish to give you.
Please.
Who you were before caused one of the siblings to become excruciatingly captured and utilized as a magical power source for an incredible evil spell. That sibling is not free, but their agent is.
And
I-
where can
I
go ahead.
do not know that agent's motivations, and I do not know if this is what they would pursue. But this person is a living, well, not living, an avatar of his.
And do we know that do we know if the sibling was tricked into this, or did it of their own volition, or they had no choice?
You were the cause of it.
Then I
It
must
was
fix
forced
that
upon
cause.
them.
Then that's got to change. That ain't right.
No. But that is the only warning I was permitted to disclose.
I
Anything else you
appreciate
happen
it.
across is on you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And hold on, let me check my equipment real quick. Do. Backstab. No. Okay.
Oh yeah, square up against Mama Vusi. I'm ready.
I will.
I got
and
her
you.
sheet. She will cast Summon Samdi. It's
Oh, I know I got something small I can take out. Oh, I know what I'm going to use.
A knife.
It's a butter knife on one side, a steak knife on the other. Let's go.
Yep, no handle.
God damn it.
I don't mind using the steak side, but man, when I try to spread that butter, my hand just gets all bloody. I do have one last question, and I'm going to...
Bart's listening. Monkey doesn't know that Bart's listening.
Yeah, everyone can hear me. I don't know that they're...
Yeah.
I'm going to
Don't metagame.
pull... I'm going to pull the Lyra's feather out of my hair and set it on the desk and just kind of twist it around like if it was a pen kind of pointing. If this feather were to point me in the right direction, which direction do you suppose that would be? And I take my hand off the feather.
The feather sits perfectly still in this room. Well, that would be between you and her, not me.
Understood. I was just hoping for a hint. And I'll pick it up and put it back in my hair. Put my hat back on.
You two have similarities with beauty. I do not.
Yeah.
But
You've got some stuff. I remember... It's gone again. Every once in a while when I look at you, there's a feeling I have about the past.
Listen, she, for a grandma looking individual, she ain't bad.
Nope. And I recall early on, they had like a look of something, and I think Monkey had even said something about the past. But anyway, all right. Well, appreciate all your information, what you've done.
Of course, I don't mind helping and also warning you. If you bring your problems down on my followers, I will take everything that I am and destroy you.
Understood.
Good.
And I'll turn around and I start to walk away, and in that Columbo style, I'll kind of stop and turn around.
And
Somebody, he's a follower or pet?
like you, I don't believe in pets.
You got it. Thank you, Mama, and I'll tip my hat and walk back out.
But as he's walking out, you see the carpets are moved enough that you can peer inside, and Mama is standing there a lot thinner than when you see her outside this room. Her hair is greasy and very, very wet, dripping down and covering her half of her faces. She seems to have a much more otherworldly disposition. And as you look at her like that, she looks directly at you, Bart, and gives you a little wink.
I just saw the hag, Queen. It's fucked up shit.
What's one more patron that... Oh, sorry.
Just Bart will just like gently tip his head to her without breaking his invisibility. Wait for Monkey to walk by, and then just take a step, appear into the world of the world of the corporeal again. And so, where to next?
Well, I got something I need to fix, and soon.
Everything go well in there?
Well, went all right. I was given some new information. First thing we got to do is we got to set up a place in the temple for me to put something of mine, and then I think I'd feel more comfortable discussing this over at the temple, actually.
Sure. Now look, jokes aside, we're here to help. For better or for worse, you are our friend.
I appreciate that. You're a good friend of mine, too.
So, who is out walking again? Genesis, Reese, Samdi? Cornwallis,
Yeah.
did you stay in the shop or did you go out to explore the bazaar?
I think I would have left. I probably would have headed maybe back to Monkey's
Okay.
place.
So,
Yes. Yes.
I'm not becoming a follower.
out
right.
of
Now.
principle.
You say that now.
That's how it
Yep.
starts.
It's the only other building in town that I know you guys frequent. That is the only reason I'm heading to Monkey's.
That's
Sure,
fair.
buddy.
It's
sure.
it's all right to be monkey curious.
Anyways, as the three of you are wandering around the bazaar, you know, Genesis, you have never been in a place like this before in your life. Despite the radiating, persistent heat from the sun, the very cool bodies of water behind you is just drifting in just enough moisture to keep everything relaxed. And when you walk underneath the awnings of everywhere, every one of these stalls, it's calming, it's very lovely temperature. And all of these stalls just have the most beautiful assortment of crafted goods that you have ever seen. Any type of fine silks or fine ware, any type of handcrafted cutlery or knickknacks or anything that you could possibly imagine is just all over here. And apparently they just sell it like it's common affairs. Where you come from, things like this would be rare. Maybe one seller would ride through every few months and have a handful of these types of things, let alone this ostentatious display.
So, as I'm walking through and seeing all these things, at first I'm amazed and everything looks so wonderful, and I wish that I could have every single one of these things. But then, as I continue to walk through more and more, and I see the glut of just how much there is, I start to think more about, I don't really need all these things, that it's all meaningless because there is so much of it and people are buying it and taking it, and it's not that big of a deal to anybody. And then I start to look for things that are more niche, like older things. Things that aren't things are a little out of the ordinary.
Okay.
So
So,
I was gonna
Yeah.
say to Genesis during our little walk around. I was like, "Yeah, my daughter, she likes like spider, like silk-looking things or dried spiders. She's always had this weird obsession with spiders." Right? Are you
that's
okay?
very cool.
As I see you, like,
I'm good. There's a lot going on, and I've never seen so many things before. There's a lot of it's kind of an assault on my senses. Assault maybe isn't the right word, but that might be the right word.
little
Yeah.
over-exerted or over
Yeah.
stimulated.
Yeah.
It's
It's good
Oh.
though. It's a good thing. Kind
it
of.
was it was like a couple hundred years ago, right? I used to live in be a poor person. So being joining the royals and the noble lines, right? It was a lot to take in, so I can only relate to something similar like that.
Yeah. I'm trying to appreciate this experience.
Yeah, I recommend buying something, in the words of this one gnome that came through Spalding named Hoopty Kane. He said, "Treat yourself."
Treat yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. I will take that under advisement. Thank you. Any recommendations?
I like alcohol, but, and coffee, but it just depends
Mm.
on what you like.
Tea. I really enjoy my tea.
What's with all the tea
Oh.
drinkers?
Oh.
If you ever want
Just for-
coffee, I do have a flask of infinite coffee, so
I could try coffee sometime.
noted. I look at Samdi, this is how they start.
So, yeah, addiction. Genesis, when you say that you like tea, you feel the waft of different fragrances coming in, and you start rotating. You head over to the stall where they seem to be brewing multiple different styles of drinks for people to have. And when you get over there, you see it's not just teas, but they also have this very strange looking sauce that looks almost a little thicker than normal sauces that you've seen, and they seem to be selling this assortment of tiny thin breads next to it as well. And aside from that, you see more of that tiny bread, but with an olive oil next to it. And then beside that, you see that there's an assortment of various soups that they're selling alongside mint tea.
Okay. So I want to ask Reese, do I have to worry about any of the food here? Like,
In what regards? I mean, it's kind of
Like-
on the spicy side.
no, but like, is anything weird gonna happen to me? Like, is any of it gonna like make me fall asleep, or is anybody gonna do anything to the food,
I mean,
or is
all
it just
tea
normal
makes me
food?
fall asleep. Well, it depends again what you're looking for, right? Like if you're looking for tea that makes you, hallucinate, I'm sure you could find that at a normal tea salesman.
I guess
Most
I
drugs are
mean,
legal here.
I guess I mean, do I have to worry about anybody deliberately doing something to the food that would be negative to my health?
Well, considering you haven't stepped on anyone's feet, I don't think so.
Okay, this is where I come from. People are kind of a little sketch sometimes, so just was worried about that. But if you say it's okay, I'm going to try some of this food.
Yeah, I would recommend asking those kinds of questions since this is the home place of that man right there. And I look at Samdi.
Samdi, are you here?
I'm here.
He'd probably have the more info about stuff around here. I've only
Okay.
came here on vacation.
Hey, Sandy.
Head rotates.
Do I have to worry, or should I be wary of anything going on with any of the food here? Like, should I worry about anybody doing anything to the food here, or giving me anything? What is the word? Nefarious in the food here? Is that the right word?
Yeah, that could be the right word. So,
Yeah.
Samdi, you would know in casino, you do not fuck with the travelers who come in here if you run a legitimate business. Every one of these bazaars is a legitimate business. If you do that, they have an entire prison that now is probably hiring a few more guards that they're going to fuck you over with because, travelers are the number one spenders in casino. They make most of their money because of everybody that comes in. So, relatively speaking, if you're a foreigner, you're more safe than somebody who's native to this land.
Okay.
Conveniently, while you're bringing this up, you hear Reese ask the tea salesman, "I want tea that will make me taste light and see God."
All right.
Somebody will relay what he knows in a sense, and he'll say, "Well, so long as you're just in the more open bazaars, the ones with a lot of people and street access. So
Gotcha.
Don't dig too deep into the alleys, and you'll be fine."
Okay. Thank you.
The seller will look up at you and go, this is a hummus station. We have green tea because it goes well with hummus.
Oh. I want hummus that will make me taste light and see God.
We do not sell that type of hummus.
Well, I thought.
Do you want it extra lemony, a little more garlic? I can do that.
I actually wouldn't mind some lemon.
I think the garlic as
hummus
well.
there, yeah.
So some hummus with olive oil. Sound good? They'll put it together
Crackers.
for you. How about the shawarma?
I don't even know what that is.
Oh, it's good.
It's a wrap.
No, at a game I know what it is. But
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Reese is like,
Right, Somebody's just like, yeah, it's a wrap.
oh, it's a
Yes,
wrap.
we take thinly sliced marinated meats. Today we have lamb, and we wrap it in a flatbread with fresh vegetables and a special tahini sauce.
That
I'll
sounds
take it.
good.
2 shawarma?
Yeah, I'll take 3 shawarmas.
3 shawarmas, and they get 3,
Yeah.
and they build it for you right in front of you. That's the magistry of this place. You see them craft the food in front of you. They've been preparing it and slow cooking it all day long. And they will slice it slowly, put it in the wraps, roll it up, and put this little bit of parchment, this very thin parchment around it as well, so all the grease from the lamb drips and the sauce into it, so you can walk around with it. And they will hand it over to you 3.
Okay, how much?
And 3 shawarma is going to be 3 silver.
3 silver? Got it. I rifle through it since I have 600 silver pieces for whatever reason.
Every time he steps, you can hear the jingle.
That's why it's in the bag.
Oh, for later tonight, they take out a very small container and push it over. Harara soup. Enjoy.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. On the house.
Oh, I
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Very welcome. They nod and smile as they take the 3 silver. Samdi, you know 3 silver's a little pricey just for 1 shawarma. But they didn't gouge as bad as you know they could have tried gouging them.
Yeah. And as
You're such a
somebody's walking
care.
with the shawarma, and he's already like halfway through eating it in like 2 seconds. You know, good thing about the paper is you can lick the grease off of it.
I feel like this is gonna mess with my stomach at some point.
It is.
Okay. But yes, is there anything particular you're looking for, Jen?
Maybe some. Well, you know what? I would like to try this coffee business that you're talking about. Is
Oh.
there a special coffee, or do you want to just try the coffee that you have?
Well, the coffee I have is pretty heavy. Do you like sugar or like sweet-ish?
No sugar, just cream.
Oh, I think I have. No, I don't have any cream. I just have black coffee.
I don't need cream. I don't need cream.
Okay, I hand her my flask
Them.
of infinite coffee, a boundless coffee.
Them.
Them, sorry.
Okay. Thank you.
After you're saying "bam" for some reason, I was like, "Fuck is this?"
Bam!
I take a generous gulp of the coffee, and then I realize how incredibly warm it is and how incredibly strong it is, and I'm like,
And bitter.
and bitter, and I just go, hot.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
keep in mind,
weird
as a
coming from
tiefling, hot things don't really matter that much.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's,
You're
Well,
resistant to fire damage, which translates to general things that the average person would go, owie! You go, ooh, nice.
It's cold
Okay,
and
well,
hot.
never
all I
mind,
can taste.
Yeah. But the
Oh, sorry.
bitter.
I'm gonna say, oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Thank
I
you.
used to do it. So it used to work. It doesn't work anymore. And I just put it away. I go, but yeah, is there a particular thing? Like, I'm looking for souvenirs for my daughter. Do you have kids? Or do you have, like, a person of interest from where you're from?
Family.
They're
Family?
frozen.
Is that what it's
That's what
called?
they're called. Family.
Yes, family.
You'll have to excuse
Uh,
him. The last
something-
family he had, he hated.
Yes, my
oh,
ex-wife. She's no
He
longer.
also murdered them.
I also murdered my in-laws, yes.
oh.
It was
Well,
for the benefit, etc., etc.
You see, Genesis, this is the type of group you have partnered with here.
I'm a third party. I'm actually not associated with them.
oh,
For your information, there are some good apples still here. It's
Well-
mostly just they're back at the shop.
oh.
Who are the evil people?
You've walked out with the 2 most evil people in the party.
That's okay. Genesis has some thoughts on everything that's happened so far. Not bad or anything, just thoughts. But currently Genesis is I'm having kind of brain overload because of the coffee. I'm tasting sound, I think.
You're
So
hasted. You think you're hasted, but you're not.
I think I tasted sound. So I'm just gonna kind of follow you guys and try not to have a meltdown. Like, I'm just gonna have my sensory business and follow you guys and try to act cool like I'm not having.
I'm not super anxious and anxiety kicking in from the caffeine.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try to play it cool, like that kid that you know tried stuff for the first time and was trying to play it off like they're not freaking out. You know?
Half the time you can't tell if it's Samti just physically shifting his body or it's your hallucinations.
Exactly. That's it. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm going for.
You hear further away, somebody starts advertising, Fresh Baba Ganoush!
But yeah, do you have any family? If you don't mind me asking.
I do. I have parents. No siblings. I'm an only child. Yeah. not really much to say. My family's very boring.
Hmm.
We're not very emotional at all. Um, yeah.
As you two are having conversations about your family, and Sandy's walking with you, he just like throws like a couple coins towards whatever food vendors next to them as they're walking, just pick shit up.
Yep.
Just like shovel it into his mouth while he's walking.
Yeah. So currently I'm looking for like keychains. Anything like crazy keychain related.
Keychain.
I went to casino and all I got was this lousy keychain.
Yeah.
All right, casino doesn't sell keychains. However,
Trinkets.
roll me an investigation.
Okay. I'm gonna guidance myself. Why not? And then the D4. 16.
So you do find this shop that sells a lot of headdresses and hats and things such as that. And there is a shawl that has two different distinct silks. The bottom layer is this very shiny, smooth, perfect silk that is black. And then on top of it is this slightly purpled silk that is woven in the pattern of a spider web.
Ooh, I look at this. Is there like a price tag on it, or is it one of those I have to ask?
Oh no, bazaars don't have price tags.
Damn. What would I use to appraise myself?
I think there's a spell.
For appraising?
I actually think that was introduced in one of the books recently.
There's one. I know there was one in Acquisitions Incorporated.
Yeah, I have merchant scales, but like that's why I was wondering. I'm pretty sure that has to deal with gems.
Okay, so I'll say, are you proficient in weavers?
And weaving tools? No, currently I am not. I am proficient with painter supplies right now and wood cobbler tools.
A straight wisdom check.
Okay.
Because this
Look
is
at it.
obviously a fine material. Everything in this bazaar is made very top quality. That's how they make money here.
Natural
geez.
20
Yeah, no,
with
I'm not
whatever
gonna
my
project.
with whatever this why is it not close?
Noise.
Oh, there it goes. 28.
So looking at it, it's a unique thing. And you know, in the Abaquin Desert, it is a drow society, the Abaquin folk. But they're different than the typical drow. That's why they go by Abaquins, because they've lived in this desert. They don't have any strong associations directly with spider kind here. Usually it's scorpion or other things like that. So it is definitely something advertised more towards people who might be looking for a more specific item. The craftsmanship is top-notch, but nowhere near the best, and specific items seem to be what this shop has in plethora for individuals that are looking for something unique. Your best estimate, you think the high end for this item would probably be 50 gold.
I look at the guy. 35 gold for the Shah.
Well, I'm sorry, sir, but the materials alone cost more than that. The materials are probably 25 gold.
I would tell him, I think that the materials is about 30 gold. I'm doing that on purpose. So the way I see it, 45 gold is still a profit with the time as well that goes
45?
into it. We can do 45.
45 sounds magnificent. Would
Okay.
you like me to treat it and get it ready for a long excursion?
Is that even is that a thing? It's a Shah.
I can parcel it up. You don't want to get sand and stuck in it when you're out in the open desert.
Oh, no, it's fine. I have I could do that myself.
Do you need a parcel?
No, thank you.
They come free. I don't charge for my parcel.
Oh, yes, and I'll take one.
Very well. And he'll take it into the back and put it into a proper box, wrapping it up in papers and tying it up with a ribbon so it stays very tightly sealed so you don't get any outer influences into the box.
Okay. And then I'll pay him the 45 gold. 75.
You got a very good deal today.
Of course. You made a child very happy.
Good.
Okay, I got
Something
my
will-
souvenir. Is there something you guys looking for?
Santi will say under his breath, I don't think it's a child anymore, is it?
I mean, she's like 282, I believe. So, but she's a child in my eyes.
You believe.
She still rebels like she's one.
To be fair, if you're an elf, you stop counting birthdays after 100. Like,
And most parents always see their children as children, no matter how old their children get.
Yeah. Like, oh, she still rebels like one.
so Genesis, just to envelop yourself into your character a bit more. Is there anything that Genesis would find intriguing to look for? Something that may remind you of this location in a way that you fondly recognize, or something that may remind you of your childhood or your home, or a good memory, or just something of general intrigue that Genesis might develop an affinity towards, something that they might try to collect?
Genesis is fond of books. And rocks. Like special, not precious gems, but like, special
Geodes.
rocks.
Special
Yes.
rocks, geodes, things like that. Okay.
Yes.
What type of books?
Books on religion. Genesis likes to study different kinds of religion, is not religious, but is fascinated by religion, and has a healthy respect of religion, although does not really get it. And also different kinds of, like, history. I don't think I'm proficient in history, though. I'm not. So I guess not that, but, yeah.
And young adult books, because your favorite book series is.
And the young adult and nature books. Yes. So let's say religion and nature books and the young adult books.
Roll an investigation. Let's see what you find that might intrigue you.
Okay.
Hmm.
Oh.
Can I have I don't think I have investigation. Sorry.
I'm gonna use my last lucky to have them re-roll that.
Reroll. Let's go.
Thank you.
Lucky is a hell of a drug, isn't it? Much better. 10.
Thank you.
No
so,
problem.
you don't find any rocks, unfortunately. The rocks they have on display are usually precious gemstones, since that's what they utilize for a lot of their jewelry pieces in this area. And admittedly, in a desert, it is kind of hard to find rocks. You have to dig pretty far. However, you do find that there's a few small stalls that have general books inside, and walking in, you relieving the heat from the sun a little bit by being underneath their awning and flipping through a few of these pages, you find one that talks about the unique circumstance of the Heartless Dunes. They have a tome describing the various different environments and biomes within the Heartless Dune itself. So,
Okay.
seeing
Cool.
that as a nice collector's piece, the shopkeep will come over to you. Aficionado or potential traveler?
A little bit of both. Kind of interested, not really aficionado. But
Well, if you are going to be traveling out into the Heartless Dunes, you should probably have a little more information on it, correct?
that'd be good.
Are you interested in that tome?
Yes. I think so.
So, what would you like to give me for it? Their tactics of selling things here are vastly different from your home as well. They haggle
Oh.
everything.
Santi, it's been like not hiding, but like not really interested because he's seen this every day for most of his life.
Mm-hmm.
Could I?
Wait,
appraise
Samdi
it
was saying
or-
something. Go ahead,
My
Samdi.
bad.
I'm going to like read the surface thoughts of the man selling it and just like I'll give Genesis one free one.
So, reading the surface thoughts, oh, this person has very shiny equipment. I could easily squeeze them for 10, 15 gold.
Is some? Can I see Somdi?
He is not very good at hiding.
Okay.
No, I'm noticeable in any place.
I want to ask Somdi to kind of like come over and help me out. I don't know if would you be okay with that?
Yeah,
I mean,
Somdi?
ask
Yeah,
me.
you don't have to ask them if they're okay. Just
Okay.
tell them to come help you.
Hey, Somdi, can you help me out a second, please?
He smiles. Sure.
As soon as they see an Abakwan walk up, they have a slight squint in their eye of damn, but a smile on their face.
Somdi, I'm not too solid on the customs here and haggling. So, what do you think is a good starting price on this book?
Somebody's gonna look at the book and like
Yes.
put his finger to his chin, like,
It is a little
Well-
worn, a little weathered. It is leather bound, which is good, of course, but definitely utilized by somebody who's a frequent reader who might have lost it or sold it off or something.
well, taking the fact books are rather expensive for most people. Us as travelers and, you know, whatever you would count our merry band of misfits. This is nothing. This is not much in the grand scheme of things, but it's not an especially well taken care of book. And I will whisper in Genesis' ear, they're trying to rip you off no matter what you say. So give them a low ball. And I'll say, start at 3.
Okay. And I will look at the vendor and I'll say, how about 3 for the book?
3 gold. I mean, can you really put a price on such a valuable piece of knowledge for an adventurer? Necessary component to surviving these foreign locations is information. Not to mention, the paper alone is worth 5. The knowledge inside has to be worth at least 10.
Six.
Roll me persuasion. Somdi, intimidation if you want, but you don't have to.
I always jump at the chance to use my good rolls.
So, unbeknownst to you, Genesis, Somdi over your shoulder just drops his head to a little bit of a glare at the individual assisting you in your role. Why don't we call it at even 7?
That sounds good.
Yes, 7. And they hand you the book and take the 7 gold and back away from you very quickly, Genesis.
Thank you, Somdi. I appreciate your help.
As soon as you turn around and see something, he's all smiles.
Would you like to go somewhere else, Somdi? Is there anything you want to look at?
I used to live here. This is all normal to me. Can you really pick up a souvenir from home?
I suppose not. Would you like to go get something to drink somewhere?
You look at him and he's like got like a trail of food wrappers behind him.
Just remove 1 gold. Just...
Or perhaps just go sit somewhere, and relax, I guess.
I know a nice little place. It's down by the oasis. Come follow me.
Okay.
And I'll send Reese a telepathic message if he isn't following us. If he is, all good.
Trying to find that tea guy still.
Reese, they're not gonna sell you the drug tea.
You don't know that. Well, I
I
guess
know
you
that.
would. I guess you would.
If
I know
anyone
that. I'll show you the place later. Just come on, sit down. Enjoy the atmosphere.
That's why I'm trying to buy the drugs. I don't know what I was given last time when we were on vacation, right? But it was some good stuff. Gitash has some quality stuff. And then I'll walk with him.
Alrighty. So, you end up catching back up with them. At this point, Samdi has picked up some kafta kebabs. This very spiced meat skewers. It's lamb, again. That is grilled to perfection with a slice of flatbread with a tangy yogurt sauce that you have inside the flatbread to take them and taste, dip them, taste, and then eat the bread. Whoever invented flatbread is a genius.
Right.
Finally, a person I would not murder.
You think Monkey's done with his conversation? So we're eating.
Honestly, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can I thumb through this book and see if there's anything just that jumps out right away, like anything hidden in the book, like a piece of paper or something?
Scorpion.
Investigation.
Scorpion.
You asked for something that jumped out.
Sorry. There you go.
15.
Just kidding.
Nothing immediately jumps out, but you do notice there's a few illustrations for the various areas. One chapter is called The Origin, and you realize underneath the Heartless dunes, there are these underground tunnels that you can fall in through that are hollowed out with this sandstone that is hardened through the ages, and that's why they call it Heartless. It doesn't have a heart. There's nothing inside of the dunes. It's also one of the reasons it's so treacherous is you could fall down into a pit of scorpions, break your legs, and congratulations, you're dead. Secret tunnel.
Yes. Did I hit that twice? I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what you're talking about, but okay.
Oh, I thought I hit the button twice. Sorry.
Even
No,
if
that
you
was your
do, it's
persuasion.
fine.
We're not gonna rake you over the coals for hitting something twice.
You're fine.
How dare you waste the bandwidth?
Yes.
You're good.
I forgot what I was talking about.
I'm sorry.
Well,
No, it's fine.
Reese was asking you if you think Monkey is done with his conversation.
Oh, thank you. That brought it back. Honestly, I give Monkey all the space he needs. I don't want to be anywhere near him right now.
I just think it's funny that the whole party probably thought we went out to kill someone.
Oh. Well, if you don't count the 2 guards, I haven't murdered anyone in a long time.
I mean, but we do count the 2 guards. You did murder them.
That was unavoidable. It was magic.
Yeah. As I take a bite of the thing, I was like, people probably thought we went out right now to go convince Genesis over here to join our little murder gang.
Well, Genesis, do you want to be a part of the murder club?
I don't.
That's a joke.
He's quipping.
Well, thank you for clarifying because I was about ready to go into a deep philosophical rant. So thank you.
That's fair. He goes into a lot of those.
I think the coffee really hit me hard, so
That's why I
kind
don't
of coming
drink.
down now.
Yeah, be careful. The crotches can. I take another drink of my coffee. It can be kind of hard.
All right. So, Reese and Samdi both notice Nasir is currently stealing one of those kebabs from the stall, like from underneath the stall, reaching behind to pull it off slowly. And as soon as he sees you guys, he just waves the kebab at you and goes to eat it.
I wave a kebab back.
The kids, I enter that kid's mind. Goes, you're welcome to come join us.
I enter
Can
his
he-
mind as well. No, I'm joking.
He can't reply to you, can he?
No.
Yeah. he clearly thought something.
Somebody's going to look, kind of understand what happened, or just like seeing his face, enter his mind. You don't have to.
Yeah, and the whole like killing people thing is really odd. Oh shit! Is it? Hey,
Yeah, it's open room and board for me. He can't hear you. I can.
That's weird.
I used to detect thoughts on the kid.
It's-
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Sorry, I promise I'll get like a legitimate job soon. It's just I haven't eaten in 3 days, so.
A floating gold piece will fly over to Nazir.
Holy shit! I could eat for a week. Takes the gold piece.
He's a nice kid. I'll say out loud. Oh yeah, philosophical talks. I'm not much for philosophy. No offense.
Yes, if somebody were to actually analyze the things he's done, he may actually go mad.
Holy shit, Bart.
But where'd you come from?
We'll say that you intersect the other group as they're heading over to Monkeys.
You
Yeah.
see us on a bench, just eating.
Yeah, Glenn, you finished transcribing, and it's in your book now.
It's like practice, like trying to practice on the way over. Kadabra Kazam. No, that's not it.
Avada. No, that's not it either.
So, you all
Oh,
see
okay,
the
well,
three
that's
of
a
them with their arms filled with food and a parcel and a new book.
Nice. You guys did some good shopping.
Yeah, I got a Shaw for my, or a Dwyer for my my daughter.
I toss a swarm at Bart. And he's not responding. He's gone comatose.
I'm assuming monkeys with them too, since they
Yeah.
were all like kind of together.
Yeah, I'm here. Just eating an apple that I found from somewhere.
Yeah.
The food's here is pretty good. I recommend it.
Yeah. I'll be back. And I'm going to head back over to the stall and try to remember which one I just... Probably the nearest stall with apples, as I suddenly realized that I had an apple that I was chewing on I never paid for, and I'll just...
So it's not
right?
It's not voluntary.
Habit.
We called this
Right.
kleptomania.
I'll go and...
I always thought he was just being a bit of a hypocrite.
Oh wait, you actually do have to roll. Cornwallis.
Oh, yep. So this would have been the first roll, and then I'm going to go back to a nearby stall and leave some money. Just
Cornwallis isn't there. He's back at the temple.
Oh,
that's
I was
right,
trying
you
to
already went to the
time it
temple.
that everybody's walking
Oh, okay,
back at the
that's
same
fine.
time, yeah. Because running 3 different campaigns at the same time.
No.
All right, here we go. Boom, 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 boom. I'll do it in public since everyone knows. I love Monkey.
We're gonna come to a town that doesn't have apple stalls, and he's going to be so pissed.
Oh, I barely don't see it.
Barely don't
25.
Cornwallis sees it.
Ties my passive.
Oh wait.
Ties go in favor of the aggressor. Passive is not aggressive.
Yep.
So,
Nice.
As I'm looking at you, I'll be back, and I'll go back and I'll find the nearest apple stall that I might have taken it off of, not paying attention, and drop a silver and walk away.
vendor looks at you. Oh, a silver, and they'll give you 5 more.
All right, thank you.
Silver is a half dozen apples.
Yeah,
I
I like
will.
casino.
Take the apples and. Sorry, where was I? Crunch. And I hand one to. I know Glenn doesn't need to eat, but I'll hand Glenn an apple.
I was gonna offer you a swarm, but okay.
I like it because I like to eat because of the taste, not that it's like actually like nutritious or anything to me.
Yeah.
That is the same reason I eat.
Cornwallis, would you like an apple? Genesis? Pretty tasty in these parts, especially with the sun comes down. It just
I'll take one, and then I'll just toss the whole thing in my mouth in one shot.
Oh god.
We need to buy Cornwallis a fucking watermelon.
That's what I was thinking too.
That's
It's so
exactly
fun
what
to
I
go
was
to-
thinking of when I did the apple.
This must be like eating a grape,
That's
like a single grape.
New party goal. Let's see what you could feed Cornwallis.
Monkey, if you don't mind me asking, like, you have followers and whatnot, but like, I don't think I've ever seen your holy symbol. It's not the comb, is it?
Yeah, it's right there on the comb, and I point out the symbol of the making an M with a hand, the fist making an M.
Oh.
Similar sign language.
Yeah,
Huh.
yeah. It's for you watchers and players. It's the ASL M symbol,
Interesting.
so it's the hand making an M.
So is it like your holy symbol gonna be its own thing, or is it always gonna be on a comb?
No, it can be on other
Oh,
things
Genesis.
too. And if you look here on the devil sticks, I got
What's
it right
happening to
there.
you?
And
Sorry, Genesis, you rolled a dexterity save. You have to roll a
Oh.
dexterity check. So
Sorry.
not the ones in the saving throw box, but on the left hand side where you have the bigger ones, you rolled that one.
Sorry, I was
No,
like,
it-
well, that was terrible.
Well, you get to re-roll because you didn't do the intended roll. We
Alright.
always take the result of the actual intended roll, not the die.
It would help if I could wear my glasses while I was doing this, but I can't.
That's fair.
Monocles.
Significantly better.
Monocles. I didn't do it any better, did I?
No, yeah,
Yeah,
that's significantly better. Yeah.
Okay.
Anything's
That is
better
9
than a
times
one.
better.
I'll just whisper to you in roll 20.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
So that's interesting. I was just always wondering.
always wondering. Wait, sorry, what? I'm trying to catch up in the conversation.
Oh yeah, I was just always wondering about like your holy symbol and where it was. I didn't realize it was the symbol on the comb. I thought it was a symbol and the comb. You know,
No,
like when
no, it's
clerics
just-
like call out your name, they pull out a comb and they use
Yeah.
that.
Actually, if you look underneath your mug, it's also on there too. The metal one that I made you of this of the. Yours was a snake, if I remember right.
Yeah.
So if you look under there, it's kind of like, you know, artists and artisans, and it's got so much meaning. It's got the M on it. It's got a fist for combat. It's got a fist for doing stuff with your hands. I mean, there's just so much detail in that symbol.
I gotta look at it. I go, it's good to know. But so, what are you all planning on doing now? Again, every time I come to casino, it's usually a vacation time.
Well, I need to put something in my temple, make sure it's not going to be taken from there, and then, well, let's go back to the temple and have a chat, because Glenn and I have some work to do, and it'd be great if y'all wanted to accompany us.
Yeah, I don't mind. I get up and stretch. I was hoping to gamble a bit, but like, I guess I can take some time. I guess this isn't a vacation after all.
You say you want to gamble?
No, I was hoping to, but
See this coin here?
yeah.
Which hand is it in? If you're right, you keep it. If you're wrong, you'll feel the other hand on your face.
You're gonna slap me.
Yeah, you like to gamble.
So I'm gonna subtle cast Sanctuary, right? And I'm gonna say the left one.
All right.
I don't know which hand. We'll say odd is left and even is right, is what we'll
Yep.
say. Oops, that's not an R. Hold on. Left hand, good job.
D100 for odd and even. You could roll any die.
I just thought it was funny that even if you did, you'd have to make the wisdom save.
Oh, nah. Not feeling it.
And I'm like, please roll a left hand. Come on, left hand.
There you go. So, yeah, he did name
I was
it
actually the gambler on that side, but yeah.
Lovely. Well, I guess that scratches that itch. Ugh.
Here, let me take a gold piece off. Ooh, evens.
Add 1 gold.
And they say I'm the weird one.
So
just while I'm in vacation spots.
you all make it back to Monkey's shop. Sitting down inside of the chairs. At this point into the evening, because you guys did spend quite a bit of time, going there, coming back, shopping, hanging out with Mama Vusi. It is evening time, and the haircut, the barber portion of the shop is shut down.
Yep.
Other people are still in the pits fighting, but you all have your privacy in these nice, solid chairs that you all have.
Oh, it seems like there's been development, some changes, and Brother Jack, you remember I told you about the visitors and visions and whatnot that I had back at our forge. I couldn't remember the name. Forge and Spalding.
Yeah, I remember that. It was you were acting weird out of nowhere that night.
That's right. You were there, but you didn't see it.
I don't know what you were talking about, but yeah.
Well, you see, there's these siblings, and it seems like I need to correct something. In my past, I took one of the siblings and, well, I kind of betrayed him and forced him to do some stuff. And I should probably start at the beginning of what I know. And I will talk for the first time, other than to Brother Jack. I will give them information on the siblings and the visits that I got back at the forge, and how I must make right what I had done, because I had more or less took away their freedom of choice. But before we go, I don't even know where we're headed, really. I gotta leave something here in the temple. So I need
you might actually want to recap it, just that way Genesis and Cornwallis are caught up.
Yeah, I gotta go get all my notes. I don't have them.
Okay.
And but before we go, I do need to make something to leave here for my temple. If you guys have any ideas how something could be secured, I think it'll be okay, but I've got to leave part of me from the past here. I've got these boots that were given to me from my past. I think they'll work. So the other thing we need to do is I need to find some other shoes before we go too. So it looks like maybe we'll do a little shopping tomorrow, some building, and
well,
where we're.
I mean, Monkey, if you need shoes, I mean, I haven't been using these in a while. I'll pull out my feathered boots, dust them off a little bit.
That sounds great. And I'll take off my blazing boots, my cowboy boots.
You no longer have the spurs.
You know.
What a shame. So, do you want to give them a general gist of what you tell them? Just general speaking of what you remember?
Yeah, so, man, it's been months. I gotta go back and, here, I might have some of it on this sheet.
While he's looking, Glenn would suggest, I mean, Monkey, it does seem like your past is a bit hazy, but we do have a couple of items that could, like, spark your memory a bit if you really lost your track, help you find your way.
That's a great idea. That's a great idea. I was given this to help me with my memory. This elixir. When I do take this elixir, it'll give me some vivid memories of family and loved ones, that might help. What were you thinking of? I was thinking about the elixir she gave me. Is that the thing you were thinking of?
Well, I mean, you could use that, or I mean, I've got this baton of memory that we found back at the sunken Temple Academy. But I mean, I can't conduct music, but I know Reese can, and if we use this, you know, it would play a melody that would spark a fond memory of yours from the past, you know. And maybe that would, yeah, that might give you a hint of where we need to go for the person that you did wrong, you know, and help correct that.
It's an instrument.
What was that?
It's an instrument.
It's a baton.
Like a
And
baton, like
yeah.
a
Like performance baton.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's a great idea, and if and then we can kind of maybe wait on that elixir, or maybe do both.
Well, I thought you were gonna use that for yourself, Glenn. As I drink some more of my coffee.
Yeah, you know, I was thinking of that too, you know, using it on me, but like, I mean, I think we're kind of on the right track, and I kind of got a gist of my past a bit, you know, and I'm not too in a rush to discover more of what I found out.
Sense?
I understand. Sometimes it's good just to sit with what we got for a bit.
Does the baton only work once? I get the elixir only working once, but the baton does as well.
I don't remember if it was a one-time use out of character.
The ritual can be performed any number of times. However, each time you perform it, it needs more performers to do it. So,
First time it was 1, and then it kept going up. And
yeah, exponential.
sense.
So, right now you need 4, I believe. Next time you would need 8. Pretty soon you'll need an orchestra.
do we even have people?
I just wanted to make D&D the musical, guys. So I.
See, we should have made the party I've always wanted to make, which is a troubadour of bards. which is
Yes!
a big party
finally-
of bards.
I don't know what I was watching, but last night I was like, oh, yeah, I can see that. I was actually thinking about a party full of bards last
Everybody
night.
picks a different subclass.
Yes.
Different subclass, different instrument, or singing, or talking, or whatever it is.
I imagine you could hire like background musicians, Reese,
Oh,
for
totally.
you to
Yeah.
direct.
Teach peasants to dance.
There's
No,
bards
they
that
have
come
to be
through-
actual performances by, like, it's not an easy performance to do. So you need people that are actual professionals.
This
Yeah, I
is a
think-
tourist city. It has to have people.
Oh, it absolutely
think I
does.
I think I had mentioned that too, because in Spalding we have bards that come through all the time. That's why we were talking about it. Because like one of the main cities now. But
If I make
yeah, I
another
could
bard, I'll
see-
make a one-man band style bard.
Yeah.
Like the one that plays the drums with its knees and the.
Dun, 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 dun.
well, considering Monkey,
Bag
I'll
pipe
have
will
disadvantage. I'll have disadvantage on all stealth checks.
Monkey, considering this is your temple, don't you have performers here?
Oh, I'm sure we can put up a notice. And why don't we plan on doing this, like, say, tomorrow night? I get
Sure.
some. We can find some people by then, I'm sure, to perform. And if not, we can go down to the tavern and we'll put up a notice here.
Sure. I mean, I'm not really much of a baton person, but I guess I could pick it up just for you.
I appreciate that. You can lead him in the music, and yeah.
I do want to say that in payment wise, I would like you to document everything you experience on a piece of paper. That way I can add that to the book. As
Yeah.
a
You know,
payment.
Glenn, you're pretty good at these things too. You're good with your hands and dexterity, and that's pretty much what it.
It's not a demon.
whatever.
It's not a fiend deal. It's just I'm writing a book on these adventures.
Oh, you want to hear stories? I'm sorry, I blocked you out. What story did you want?
I blocked you
Yes.
out.
So the story, the memories you get, I would like them documented on paper, so I can
Oh.
use them for the story of this travel.
I'm sure, and in fact, you know what? If we ever find the Book of Monkey, I'm sure it's already documented.
Lovely. That's my only stipulation for doing this for you.
And we had heard rumor of it at one point, I believe. Just no one ever has an existing. Or it could have just been Monkey talking about it. Who knows?
It's hard to tell what is rumor and what is monkey delusions.
I know it's out there. It's out there. It's not out there. It's out there.
80% of the party thought that Cloud was monkey delusion.
And
I'm
lo
still
and
not
behold,
convinced it isn't.
It's right next to him.
Manifest his own dimension psyche into a physical object.
All right. So you guys agree that you're going to call it an evening tonight, and tomorrow try to organize a band to perform to either unlock Monkey or Glenn's memories.
Why not both? Let's hire 8.
It's your guys' gold. You have to pay these performers, you know.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. I think we'll hire 4. I'll put up a notice. I'll spread the word in the temple that we're looking for 4.
3, because it's
3
4 people to do
performers.
it, and I can do it.
And if anybody else is proficient in an instrument in the party,
Nope. I'm proficient in performance, not an instrument.
need an instrument.
Yeah.
Belly dancing does not cause
I-
people to be inspired.
Well,
I
they
can
have,
pop
they
lock and
have a
drop
little.
it. That's it.
So for 5 gold, right? Because this is part of the little thing I do. I can give you proficiency for an hour in 1 instrument.
That would be really
Give me
good for Glenn's
proficiency in-
charisma.
Yeah. So
Give me
Just keep-
proficiency in bagpipes so I can ruin
Sure.
the entire thing.
I can do that for
I
you.
love bagpipes.
It's part of being an Asmodeus worshipper. I can give you proficiency.
I actually prefer the hurdy-gurdy myself, but
Gurgy, gurgy.
So
Yeah, if
it's
you're
which is a
gonna-
real instrument. It sounds like a bagpipe, but it's got. Check it out, hurdy-gurdy. HURDY.
If you're gonna give
Yeah.
if you're gonna give proficiency to instruments, yeah, give it to the charisma people, not the
Yes.
guy that's negative.
They do have to actually perform, not just, oh, I know how to. Like, it's not as easy as I can read script music. It's a more in-depth performance than that. So
yeah.
Glenn, even with proficiency, has a decent possibility of failing. Sorry.
I think because he's proficient with performance and the instrument, and he's a follower of Monkey, I'm hoping that would add into whatever DC is for his memory.
You realize he has like a -3 to charisma, right?
Risks and assessments.
Okay. All right.
I mean, I offered it as a joke, but Sangdi he isn't proficient in performance.
Yeah.
But
I
if
can only do it once is the thing.
Give it to zombie. Give it to zombie.
Yeah. Because I can get it back on a short rest. The issue is the proficiency only lasts an hour. So
give me proficiency in the mouth harp.
the mouth heart, the harmonica. Sure. I have every instrument but the drum.
I always
hand drum.
forget, what's that Australian instrument that you blow
Didgeridoo?
into?
Didgeridoo.
The didgeridoo. Oh, that's my favorite one.
If a lyre,
It
violin.
can also be utilized as an improvised club.
All right, idea for new bard.
I already have that one. Anyways, I think we're going to call the session here this week, everybody. Players, thank you all very much for playing. Viewers, thank you for watching. Hope you all had a fantastic time. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.